Long love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
Rally to read!
Finding support for my child with ADHD felt overwhelming. I didn't know which direction to take, but understood.org.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who's had a paper route for 25 years but never collected, Pete Schwaba.
Hey, welcome to Nite Lite, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Great to have you here tonight. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are jamming through this Super Bowl week, as they call it. The Super Bowl has almost become like a holiday in this country, so I think it's safe to say Super Bowl week. This is an entertainment show, and the Super Bowl is certainly entertainment. So very excited about that, and a great show tonight. Some really fun topics we're going to discuss tonight. We'll get into all of that. We got a great question and some fun things I found that I'm very anxious to discuss with all of the listeners tonight. It'll be really fun. All of you are going to have chances to weigh in. The phone lines are open, as they always are here at Nite Lite, at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Great to have you here. Sitting in tonight for the kid Conrad Krieger is Aaron Zommers. Always fun to work with you, my friend. How are you tonight?
Doing well. Always fun to work with you also. And, you know, I'm shocked that at this point the Super Bowl is not considered a national holiday. I mean, I'm sure it would be if it wasn't Sunday.
How sad is it, like, honestly, like in this country, you know, where I feel like Election Day should be a national holiday, it's more likely that Super Bowl Sunday, well, we already have the day off, but it was during the week. People would probably rather have that as a national holiday. Do you think so?
Definitely. I think the majority of Americans, if I had to guess, would probably rather watch the Super Bowl than vote, which is unfortunate.
Just not even acceptable on any level.
Why not both?
Why not both?
You know what? We should play the Super Bowl at the voting booth.
I was just going to say, have a big screen TV set up over, I don't know, over like America's Most Wanted or something like that. So, how are things in Madison tonight, Aaron? What's cooking down there? What am I missing?
Well, not a whole lot. You know, by this time of day, usually people have head home, and that is the case today. One of the only ones here in the studio. As far as the out of doors, you know, it's warmer than it has been. Still chilly, but we're not talking 0 or below wind chills.
For sure. No, it's freezing up here in northern Wisconsin. We are still dealing with this. I did have this. This was kind of fun today. I love when weird things happen to me in my hometown, and I had to go pay our mechanic. We have this gigantic car called a Toyota Land Cruiser, and I had to go. They did some work on an oil change. I went to pay. While I'm on my way there, I'm trapped behind this driver who, in a 25, it's a side street. I was taking a shortcut. She's going 10. And I'm like, you know, I got a life to lead. Can we pick it up a little bit here? I'm kind of tailgating because I'm looking for a place to pass her. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to freak her out. She finally pulls over a little and I pass her. And she's looking for an address, obviously. I didn't make a big deal. I gave her a wave and I kept going. I go pay the mechanic. I come back 15 minutes later. I'm on the other side of town behind the same car. On a bigger street this time, but she's holding up traffic. She's driving. At one point, I almost wanted to motion her over and say, do you need some help? But it was so bizarre that it was the same car and the same driver on opposite sides of town.
I don't know. Maybe the address was just completely wrong the first time. I'm not sure.
It could have been like, let's say it could have been like Vulcan Drive instead of Vulcan Street. Where am I getting Vulcan from?
I don't know. I can't say I've seen a Vulcan Drive or street.
There should be, though. But I have many driving mishaps up here in Marinette, Wisconsin. There's you get a wide array. We've got a very older population here, so you get a lot of older drivers. You get some young idiot drivers. We have a huge parking lot out by our mall where kids with pickup trucks go and do donuts.
Oh yeah.
And there's no like the mall. It's just all parking spots from like the 80s when they needed more space, and now there's no lanes or anything. It is an absolute fiasco, free for all. People just driving over old parking spots. It's insanity. So that's what I'm dealing with up here, Aaron. What do you think about that?
It's pretty crazy how different everybody drives around the state. Like living in Madison, way different than Manitowoc, where I grew up, which is probably a little closer to Marinette. You know, you got the people
Right.
meeting up in the Walmart parking lot, which is probably sounds like it's a little more used than the one that you're talking about. A little less safe to be doing donuts.
That's insane. But it's just bad driving, too. It's people not adhering to any kind of lanes or whatever. They just drive. If there's no car parked there, they'll just drive over it like it's part of the lane. But I think I cut you off. Please continue.
Oh, I was just going to say, I always have to think very carefully when I'm driving back home in Manitowoc because these speed limit signs are suggestions here, not as much in Manitowoc. But in Madison, people just go.
Really? So they'll nail you in Manitowoc. They're not messing around.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I did get pulled over once. I got a warning. This was before I lived in Madison, but it's no Rosendale or anything where they sell merch for their driving tickets.
Awful. Rosendale, they don't, like years ago, I got a ticket there. They don't even give you time. Like when they say when the speed limit goes from like 55 to 35, they expect you to be at 35 within like 20 feet or they'll get you. And that's how they got me. And then you try to say something to a public servant and they kind of think you're giving them attitude. I'm like, I'm asking legitimately a question. Like, how was I supposed to get down to that speed limit that quick? I got 2 kids in the car. I would have had to like leave a skid mark on the road or something. It's terrible.
Yeah, following the law should not necessitate getting whiplash.
No, or any kind of danger for that matter. That is the voice of Aaron Zommers, ladies and gentlemen. Always fun to partner up with Aaron and have him produce Nite Lite. Lots of fun on the show tonight. News, sports, and weather coming up in just about 18 minutes. But our guest tonight, check out these guests. I love this guest lineup. Arthur Ursink will be here from Wisconsin Foodie. Wisconsin is an American state. Arthur will be here after the news. We're going to talk about his upcoming new season, the 16th of Wisconsin Foodie, that drops tomorrow. And then Arthur and he can tell you what's on tap, what you can expect this season. The show is just an Emmy-winning, outstanding piece of television shot right here in Wisconsin, celebrating local food and community. It's just outstanding. So we'll talk to Arthur about that at 5:35 and maybe dabble into some Super Bowl snacks. He's always got some fun, healthy suggestions. If you want healthy Super Bowl snacks, not everybody does. Steve Seagren will be here at 6:35. Steve is an actor, artist, comedian. If you've seen The Godfather of Green Bay, he played Ralphie the bartender. He's been on The Office. He's been on Friends and all kinds of fun credits. And Steve started this list on social media, Aaron, a couple years ago, with songs I never need to hear again. And it just kept growing and adding to it. So periodically he comes on to Nite Lite and we talk about his list and these songs because they get stuck in your head. So if you don't want bad songs stuck in your head, you might want to turn the radio down for Steve's visit. But you might not want to either because he's hilarious and we're going to have a lot of fun with those songs. And then, did I tell you Sherry Shepherd was supposed to be on the show today?
Yes.
Okay. So her talk show got canceled. Her reps emailed me the other night and said, Terry, her Milwaukee date got canceled for a live show, so she's going to have to back out of the Nite Lite appearance. I said, that's fine. I get it. Well, as it turns out, the next morning I read her whole show got canceled. So she's probably not in a very good place right now. Anyway. So, but Sherry's great, but Mike Toomey, my pal, will be here filling in. Mike is a TV host at WGN, a very funny comedian, and we will talk to Mike in hour number 3. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got great guests. Right now, Aaron, I think without further ado, we should get to our Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Questions.
All right, so on this day in history, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective came out, starring Jim Carrey. So it got me thinking, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? I was not a huge fan of Ace Ventura. I thought it was funny. I thought it had 2 or 3 big laughs. But I saw it before I really knew who Jim Carrey was. And since then, he has put together quite a body of work. He's done hilarious comedies, some crazy dramas. He's really kind of broadened his acting horizons, so to speak. But let us know what your favorite Jim Carrey film is, and let's have a discussion. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio tonight on the stream at Facebook, YouTube, or X, you can drop us a stream comment, and I will read it on the radio. Be part of the show, folks. It's always fun when you guys participate. Aaron, you got a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Well, first, it looks like one of our people watching the radio has already weighed in. Carol on Facebook says The Mask.
Okay. You know, I'm going to open up here a little bit. Carol, that's a great choice. And he was great in it. My pal Rich Jenny was also in the movie. God rest his soul. Aaron, I don't know if I've told you this before. My writing partner and I, Greg Leanna, had a script called Dream Girl. It was about a character like Julia Roberts, the most famous movie star in America, stalking a guy who manages like a Steak and Shake. And she's in love with him because he helped her change a tire when she was driving across country in a rainstorm. She loves that he's a normal guy. They have a fling. She goes back to Hollywood. He swears to secrecy. He says, I'll never tell anyone. She says, please don't. The paparazzi will ruin your life. Well, she comes back 2 days later and says, I want you. And he rejects her. And she can't handle that. She makes his life miserable. So the script was called Dream Girl. We were really proud of it. We thought it was really funny. It was like Notting Hill meets Fatal Attraction. And Jamie Kennedy, the actor, was attached to play the lead role. Jamie Kennedy decided to do The Mask 2 first. And sadly, it killed his career. And Dream Girl is still sitting on the shelves at Warner Brothers. Why on earth would you follow Jim Carrey?
Yeah, that's not really... He's not a performer that you can outdo.
No. Especially in a role he's already done. So, Carol, you are spot on with Mask. That was a great movie. Jim Carrey had a lot to do in it. It was an excellent showcase of his talents. Dave on the stream says Laces Out. I don't know that script, or I don't know that movie.
I haven't seen that one either. I'm not familiar, but I mean, I know it exists. I can tell you that much.
Sure. I believe you. Thank you, Dave. And thank you, Carol. Mine is Dumb and Dumber. It's not a sexy choice, but it's one of my favorite comedies of all time. That's my favorite Jim Carrey movie.
I still haven't seen Dumb and Dumber, which I know I need to. I'll have to watch it this weekend. How about that?
You got to watch it, dude. I'm telling you.
I know. I like a lot of his other movies, though. Like, you got to love How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Except for that stupid Da Hudore song. That's something that should be on my list of songs I never need to hear again. But... Oh, what was I going to say? The Truman Show is also a lot of fun. Yeah,
he's great. He's great. And in those serious roles, when he can tone it down a little bit, I think he's excellent. So, all right, folks, we are going to do a very short break coming up in just a moment here. We've got news, sports, and weather about 12 minutes away. Tonight we are talking Jim Carrey. So let us know your favorite Jim Carrey movie. After a very short break, I'm going to tell you we're going to do our Olympic spotlight. We've been focusing on one athlete every night who's competing in the games in Italy starting Friday night. So that'll be fun. We'll tell you who that athlete is coming up next. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
102.7 WMDX. Smarter than your average bratwurst.
Hello, this is Dr. Chris Kammer, the no-drill, no-shot dentist from Victorious Dental in Madison. I heal teeth with medicine, recommended and prioritized by the American Dental Association. I stop cavities by simply brushing antibiotic on your teeth. So no shots, no drills. For a kinder, more humane healing experience at the dentist, reach out to Victorious Dental. We'll help you win the battle for your health, peacefully and comfortably, only at Victorious Dental. Find us at thedrillisgone.com.
This is Chad Spate. Are you thinking about improving your home? At Chad's Design Build, we're proud to offer remodeling done well with love, and our commitments to you and your home convey that love and spell our name. The Chad's experience is structured to provide excellent communication, honesty, accuracy, detailed proposals, and satisfied customers. We're also committed to making your home comfortable, healthy, attractive, durable, and sustainable. If you want a quality remodel and a quality remodeling experience, go to chadsdesignbuild.com to learn more.
Winter is heating up all around Madison. Hi there, Terry Barr, with your hand-picked list of some new fun events, including the perfect place to wear that big red pointy hat in celebration of the quirky Scandahoovian Winterfest in Mount Horeb, Ole and Lena comedy, frozen turkey bowling, a troll scavenger hunt, and more. The quirky fun happens all weekend. Also this weekend, the Frozen Assets Fest turns Lake Mendota into one large park. The Clean Lakes Alliance hosting skating, skiing, running, kite flying, and all in front of the Edgewater, yes, on the ice, free and open to all. And if you'd rather be inside, there's a winter prom for the family Saturday night at Monona Terrace. Your chance to dress up and dance the night away with DJ Payne 1. $10 for the entire family. Find more at WMDXradio.com and the community calendar section. Enjoy! And until next time, I'm Terry Barr.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentors.
That is dramatic. That is outstanding. Aaron Zomers, ladies and gentlemen, working the board tonight. Some Olympic music. Do you like the Olympics, Aaron?
I do, yeah. I'm always a fan of the Winter Olympics, personally.
I was just saying that the other night to Conrad that I think the Winter Olympics, for some reason, I don't know if there's more speed or more excitement or the games are more extreme, but I think I'm with you. Other than track and field in the summer, I don't care about basketball as an Olympic sport. I like basketball, but not. I think I like track and field. After that, give me the winter games and the different sports.
Yeah, and I like all the different things you can do with skis. You know, you got the slalom and everything,
Yeah.
which is a fun thing to say as well.
I love all the ski events. Cross country skiing doesn't really do it for me, but the downhill stuff, the biathlon. There's a Wisconsinite in the biathlon that we just talked about the other night. Tonight's spotlight for our Wisconsin athlete competing in the 2026 Olympic Games in Italy, which start Friday night, is Jaden O'Brien. She is a member of the bobsled team. What do you think about the bobsled, Aaron?
The bobsled, that and luge, all the things that when I was a kid, I'd see that and be like, why is this an Olympic sport? You're just going on a sled. And then you get older and realize, oh, no, that's really hard and really dangerous.
It's incredible. Yeah, I'm totally with you. Like, I would watch it and go, oh, they're going in a circle, whoop-de-doo. But it's incredible. And they're I would say the challenge or the danger in it is what makes it so exciting, because even they're wearing helmets, but they're going 100 miles an hour on the luge. And the bobsled is probably pretty close to that, too. Jaden O'Brien is from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, Aaron. And she is a bobsledder, as I mentioned. She's considered as are all bobsled athletes, a push athlete. Have you ever heard that phrase before?
I have not, but I mean, to be fair, how else would you describe what you do there? I mean, you push off and sled.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense. I've never heard that phrase before, so I thought that was kind of cool. Her parents were both athletes. She just made the team in August of 2025, which I think is kind of cool. So she's obviously very good at. She finished fourth with her partner in the two-woman bobsled in Latvia. So that's kind of cool. She's also a three-time pentathlon champ of the NCAA indoor games. Do you know what the pentathlon is?
No. Do you?
Well, I'm guessing there's 5. I know pent. Let's break the word down.
Right. I know it's 5 sports. I just don't know which ones they are. But I Googled it, and apparently, I mean, this could be wrong. This feels wrong. But I think it is fencing, freestyle swimming, horse riding,
oh my God,
and then a laser run combining pistol shooting and cross-country running.
So that's
wild.
impressive because those aren't necessarily Olympic sports. I don't think any of them are really. So she's obviously got multi-talents, right?
But there are other pentathlons. This is interesting. There's another one that is, 60 meters, hurdles, high jump, shot put, long jump, and 800-meter run. So it seems like that first one I listed off is called the modern pentathlon, which is an Olympic multisport.
Okay. So you've got the pent. So we know there's 5, but the thalon can vary.
Yes, that is my understanding.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense. Good research there, buddy. That was impressive how quickly you pulled that up. So let's cheer for Jaden O'Brien. I think that's exciting. I think it makes the events more fun when you have something and you know a little bit about their history. And, it's one thing to say, oh, they're from Wisconsin. That might make you cheer for them on its own. But, when you know a little bit about them, she's one of 6 siblings. The whole family is athletic. Like her parents were both college athletes. Very impressive. And she's a push athlete, Aaron. Are you you're like a push producer though, right?
I suppose, I'm pushing the faders a little bit, but sometimes you pull them to go down. Like, it's hard work moving these sliders that are designed to move quickly and easily.
Totally. I totally get it.
There's precision,
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk about this. I saw this and I shared this with you earlier. There's a grown man who on social media has announced he's going to spend 1 full year in his bedroom. And he's doing it to be healthy. He's taking this time to eat proper snacks and work out, but he's closing himself off from the outside world. He's calling it the isolation year. His name is Skip Boyce. He's 49 years old, and he's trying to get healthy. He doesn't want the distractions of the outside world or fast food or unhealthy food. So he's going to live in his bedroom for 365 days. You think you could do that, Zommers?
I don't think so. Because when I got COVID and it was still new and we didn't really know what was going on, I isolated myself in my room for just, 10 days. And maybe it would be better if I had a treadmill like this guy did, but my butt hurt so bad.
He started January 10th. He's 3 weeks in, and he's going to do 365 days. Here's the weird thing, though. He is married, and his wife is serving him food. So maybe it's a vacation for the wife, too. I don't know anything about this Skip Boyce. Maybe he's not a very pleasant person.
I don't know. I mean, I pulled up the live stream earlier today just to check it out, and I can confirm there is a man in the room by himself. He was sitting with his feet up on the wall and playing on his phone.
See, that's the challenge. I think I could stay in a room for a year if I had my phone.
Oh, if I can just pull up any movie in human history and watch it.
Right. But he's got a bathroom. He's got a virtual trainer. And he says, this isn't about shock value. I wanted to create a controlled environment to step away from constant stimulation, reestablish discipline, and rebuild habits around health, focus, and accountability. Okay.
I hope it works.
I don't hate it. I got to be honest. I think it's admirable in a way. So maybe I'll try that someday. Not during the show, but maybe another time. Hey, we are coming right back, folks. News, sports, and weather is next, and we will be back with Wisconsin foodies Arthur Ursink. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Aaron Zommers riding shotgun. We'll be right back on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Madison caffeinated and conversating. WMDX.
All right, Arthur, thanks for joining us.
Hey, buddy, I'm just going to run use the restroom. I'll be right back. Looking
Yeah,
forward
can
to
you
it,
hear me?
Arthur.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
just trying to get this stream set up so I can stream it.
Yep. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep. It is still live streaming, so it is still public. And yeah, it looks like Pete will be right back. And everything sounds good.
If I should stream, should I just go to stream this to my audience, or is there a link that I could share with anybody? What's the easiest way to do that?
If you have something to stream to, you can definitely do that. Otherwise, if you don't, I can send you the Civic Media YouTube page. That's probably the best.
Yes. I can search that up real quick. Civic Media YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I'll just search that up real quick.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it should be first or second result with the stream right now.
Oh, perfect.
And we've got about a little under 4 minutes.
After that, the classic red flat spots show.
Oh, geez, we're talking live on the stream right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no way not to do that. But so for the sound checks, people can hear us. They like it though. We get comments, people who enjoy hearing the behind the scenes.
Control and prevention.
This is very unusual for a country that eliminated measles. That means
Heck yeah.
no local spread in the year 2000. And 26 years later, here's where we are. Now, to give you a sense of what 600 cases in a month looks like, last year there was almost 3,000 cases. If we continue this rate right now, we'll hit over 7,000 cases in 2026. That's only what's reported.
All over Wisconsin, vaccination rates have dropped. Lots of people get the measles, mumps, and rubella, or MMR vaccine when they're kids. But if you're not sure if you got one, you can check the Wisconsin Immunization Registry. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Unfortunately for TV viewers and fans of daytime talk shows, there will be 2 less shows to choose from. Sherry has been canceled. The talker, named after host Sherry Shepard, was on for 4 seasons after launching in 2022 as a replacement for The Wendy Williams Show, while Williams was dealing with health issues. The powers that be say the
Hey, Aaron.
cancellation is due to the evolving daytime TV
I
landscape.
moved the
How's
mic
that?
to the other side. It's just easier for me. Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more? I'm just going to check the level of it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to welcome Arthur Ursink. He is a push athlete when it comes to food and the Olympics, and an all-around swell guy. He joins us now on Nite Lite.
Yeah, we should be good.
All right, fantastic. Arthur, thanks again, bud. Looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. I love it, man.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza. Skip cooking. Get the hot, handcrafted pizza consistently rated Best of Madison, delivered straight to your door. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Increasing clouds for tonight, a low close to 10 to the low teens. Scattered flurries and snow showers for tomorrow, a mostly cloudy sky. Highs 30 to 35. Scattered flurries on Friday, maybe some drizzle, high mid-30s. It's 25 right now.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans.
That's pretty bad. I feel like I need to explain. Steve Seagren will be here in hour number 2, and we are going to be talking about songs we never need to hear again. So Aaron is having fun with our bumper music tonight and prepping us for Steve's appearance, I think. That was a great one. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Glad to have you here, folks. Aaron Zomer is sitting in for Conrad tonight, and our question of the night is, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? So let us know, and we will read your texts on the radio. Very excited to see all the choices. He's got quite a resume, and there are very few actors you can actually say, what is your favorite movie, where even if you're a casual fan, you still know his body of work. So we'll read those as well. But right now, there's a great show we have here in Wisconsin, folks, and now you can see it in parts beyond, thanks to its success. It's called Wisconsin Foodie, and joining me now to discuss this fantastic show, and maybe some Super Bowl snacks too, we'll see how it goes, that are not so detrimental to your heart either, is my pal and Wisconsin Foodie creator, Mr. Arthur Ursink. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Pete. Always a pleasure.
Great to have you back. We've got a lot to talk about because you've got some big news. So we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I have to ask you, do you have a favorite Jim Carrey movie?
When you just said that, it kind of the first one that came to my mind, and I feel bad I'm probably leaving out, so many great Jim Carrey movies, but the first one that came to my mind is The Truman Show. It's got to be one of my all-time favorites, and like I said, I hate the favorite. It gives me such anxiety to think of what my favorite is, because later tonight I'm gonna be laying in bed and be like, oh, there's that one Jim Carrey movie. God, did I love that one. So I'm going with the one that came to my head first, because I was thinking about it earlier this week, and that's The Truman Show.
I love it. That's a great choice, and I was just kind of peeking ahead at some of the texts that have been rolling in, and Truman Show's a popular one. You can't go wrong with that. That's a great choice. How about a song? Do you have a song, Arthur, you never need to hear again?
I like all music, my friend.
Nice.
I encourage it all. I'll take it all.
Okay. Even bad music should be celebrated. It sounds like
even
what you're
bad
saying.
Music. There's something for everybody out there, man.
Very diplomatic. Very well done. All right, so let's jump in here. You've got some big news regarding this great show, Wisconsin Foodie. And before we get to the news, tell people that might not be familiar, although I doubt there's anybody out there since you've been on so long, but tell them about Wisconsin Foodie.
Yeah, so Wisconsin Foodie is a local program. I say that, but we're a regional program that is, we call Wisconsin Public Television our home. So that we're broadcast pretty much throughout all of the state, as well as right now the TPT, which is the public television station in Minneapolis and Twin Cities, as well as WTTW in Chicago. So the show has started growing to a regional level. And it's really just a show about the stories in our own backyard, the food stories in our own backyard. We love to talk about the history of certain foods and really just tell the stories. That's really big for us. We look at ourselves as sort of more of a documentary show, and something that gives a little bit more breadth to the subjects.
That's a great description. And I find when I watch it, I feel like it's one of those shows you can just have on and you feel like you're part of a conversation. It's so mellow. And, food is very calming. It's almost therapeutic to watch Wisconsin Foodie. And I really tip my hat to you. I don't know if that's something you went for when you started out, or if that's a rhythm you found. Did you know what it was going to be when you started out exactly, or did you have to find your way?
I love that you realize that, or that's kind of what that's what you take away from the show, because that is really something that we try to bring. That's kind of our calling card, is that that intimacy. That's a really important thing for us, is to make sure that we're bringing people in and people feel like they're part of this conversation or they're part of this family. We want to slow things down in food TV and TV in general these days. Everything's so fast.
Yeah.
Everything's so clipped. Everything's 2 minutes. Everything's 30 seconds. Everything's just, cuts are frantic, and we want to slow things down. I'm working on an edit right now where I think there's a shot that was 45 seconds. I mean, it's unheard of, right? But it's
Right.
It's something that that we really take pride in, and more specifically this season alone, this was a really fun season for us because Luke and I decided that we kind of wanted to go back to the roots, and essentially the whole season was just Luke and I shoot. Like I would do all the shooting and editing, Luke would do the hosting, and sometimes I'd give Luke the camera and let him do a little shooting. But we thought that if we pared our crew down just to the bare essentials, just us two, that we could dig deeper into these stories, and that was that goal was achieved. People, when you don't bring in a crew of 10 people and lights and all this other stuff, you can really break down the walls much faster, and that's really what we try to do is make sure we break down those walls and get past any sort of nerves and just let people open up and tell their story.
Very well put. And I agree with you. Like your show, like you can breathe when you're watching it. It's like, because you want to see like some of those cooking shows and the competition shows. It's like, I love the pace of Wisconsin Foodie. And that was very well said. And like the fact that you don't have a huge crew in there, people want content. They want to be invested in your host, Luke, who's great, the food, the community, everything. That's way more important to me than production value. I mean, you got to make it look good, but you guys have just crushed it. So
we try to do both. We try to do both, and as the original filmmaker, which over time I kind of stepped away and was more of a director, producer, occasional second camera. I had that calling to come back. I really love the craft of filmmaking and shooting and editing and storytelling. So, it was something that was calling to me, and it was something that I wanted to see, if I can still, instead of yelling at camera guys and editors now that they didn't either get the shot or didn't, put put the piece together the way I envisioned it. Now there's nobody to yell at, Pete. It's just me. I just torture my own self that I didn't get enough B-roll for this one shoot, or, I cut this thing together poorly, or I didn't color correct it right. So there's nobody to yell at except for me anymore. But no, it was really fulfilling. It's one of these shows that, the audience gets to see sort of what we put out there, but the story is so much deeper with us in the moment there. And it's really something that Luke and I are really thinking about how we can show people, even more of the show, like how we make the show, and Luke and I interacting more, behind the scenes, because I think there's so much more there that gets left on the cutting room floor, or people don't get to see because there's only one camera there. So, we're trying to figure out how to bring more of that experience to our audience.
My guest is Arthur Ursink. He is the creator of the tremendous Wisconsin Foodie, a show that started here in Wisconsin on PBS and has grown to parts beyond because of its popularity, which is very exciting. How are you? You've had 2 hosts, Arthur, so far?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And how did you find Luke? He seems to just completely, accentuate what you were doing to begin with. And was it hard to find a guy who knows a lot about food but is also good on camera?
I wasn't necessarily, I have to say, I wasn't really looking at the time. We had the previous host, Kyle Cherrick, was really actually, pushing for Luke to be on the show. Luke was a very sort of boisterous, outspoken, I want to say flamboyant in a way, chef from the Driftless area. And, at first I was a little apprehensive. Some of those types of characters can be sort of off-putting to how I like to tell stories. People that want to just kind of preach and talk about themselves, they kind of scare me off sometimes, right? I really,
Right.
I try to, bring in this like Midwestern humbleness, and I just didn't realize. But I decided that, Kyle convinced me that we should go up there, we should check him out, and I agreed, and Luke had me at like, hello. I fell in love with the man. He was, we like to, he was like a preacher at Food Church. He said all the right things. He had the right energy. He had kind of everything. And really as a producer, even with Kyle, the original host, he wasn't a trained host. And that's really what I was looking for. I want somebody that's not necessarily trained as a host, but somebody that can, fill that role and grow into that role, but doesn't come with all that baggage of being a host. So that's what we've been doing with Luke. When I found that, TV can be a tough industry sometimes, and sometimes you need a change and you need to go in a different direction. When you've been on like 18 years, this is our 18th year we've been on. sometimes you need to take a left or a right. And I think the time came where I saw Luke as sort of that next step, the evolution of what we were trying to do. Him being a chef was just an incredible resource, and the energy and the passion he had for Wisconsin was unlike I've ever seen before. And that's something that was just so seductive. I fell in love with that immediately, and that's just grown for him. He's just a fantastic human. He's somebody I call family, and I love that guy and his family to death.
That's fantastic. All right, Arthur, so I got it wrong. 16 seasons. I said it's 18 seasons.
Well, it's been 16 on PBS. We had 2 seasons on commercial television before. So just a little disconnect there. But yeah, we've been doing it for a little while now.
So tell us about your new season. It starts tomorrow. We got you just in time. I'm very excited.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
thanks for having me on the night before.
Absolutely.
This is great. I'm the PR circuit here. No, so tomorrow night is our first is our premiere, and I couldn't tell you, it couldn't premiere with a better episode. We're featuring a spot called the Kinship Community Food Center, and it's based out of Milwaukee. And it started off in a church in River West, the basement of a church, and it was a group of people that came together to feed those that are in need of food. From that time, it's grown into just this massive organization of energy and food and help in the community. They've built a beautiful cafe over on Martin Luther King Drive that is making some of the best chicken sandwiches out there in Wisconsin right now. It's just such an underrated spot. Wow. But this cafe they built, it's kind of like there's a lot of big corporate offices in there. So it's this most gorgeous cafe you'll ever see. They really focus on like salads and bowls, but like the chicken sandwiches, those are to die for. So really? So we start the show there. We check out the chicken sandwiches. We make some chicken sandwiches, but then they also have an urban farm in Milwaukee, and that farm produces all the food and all the produce that then goes into their food center, which is hosted, I think, multiple times a week, where the community comes out and it's basically they convert this old basement into a grocery store, and anybody that's in need can come down there and just take whatever they need. Cereal. Wow. You have grocery stores that donate food. You have all this beautiful produce that's grown there, and folks that are in need of food come out and they fill up their bags of food, and not only that, but they're cooked a hot meal that night as well. And the meals are like, it's not just a standard meal. It's unbelievable food. When I was there, they cooked chili, and it was just like this top-notch chili that was produced by a lot of the veggies that they grow on their farm. It's just such a cool story, man. It's like it hits you in the heart so hard because you're in there and you see the people that are in need of food. And when you talk about foodies, or you talk about people like us that go around and eat at restaurants, you immediately think of privilege, right? You immediately think they're always in the best restaurants, they're eating the finest food. But for us to tell these stories too of what people are doing on the ground that don't always get the most attention, that to me is the most incredible thing. And the beautiful part about that is there's a chef, her name is Caitlin Cullen she used to run a restaurant called The Tandem in Milwaukee. And once she closed that restaurant, she started working at Kinship, and she is responsible for really this sort of the energy to bring all of the food together there.
Awesome. All right, we are coming right back with Arthur Ursink, folks, creator of Wisconsin Foodie. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
News that impacts you and your community from the Midwest Farm Report throughout your day on 92.7 WMDX.
Allure Intimate Apparel redefines what it means to feel confident, celebrating every woman, every shape, and every size. Their expert bra fit specialists offer a refined, pressure-free experience designed for comfort, beauty, and ease. Bra, sleepwear, swim, and lingerie, Allure has it all. With a personalized touch and a commitment to service, Allure helps you feel supported every single day. Visit Allure's new location in the Hilldale Shopping Center, where bra fittings are their focus. Visit AllureFits.com. That's AllureFits.com.
Still using soap to clean your carpets? Try Zero Res instead. Zero Res cleans deep and dries fast. Zero Res also has a 4.9 Google rating. Zero Res, spell it forward or backward, it's the right way to clean. Call 608-848-9000.
You're staring at the fridge like it's going to talk to you.
I'm waiting for inspiration.
Well, there's leftover salad, or...
Or Sugar River Pizza?
You say that like it's a question.
It's pizza and pasta and pulled pork and 48 beers on tap.
You had me at Sugar River.
Plus, you deserve a night off from the kitchen.
Right?
And the kitchen deserves a night off from you.
What's that?
I said no one deserves a night off more than you.
Grab the keys, Bob.
Sugar River Pizza. Relaxed, delicious, and always a good idea.
We'll admit, we've already thrown in the towel on the New Year's resolution.
Yeah, and we made it through dry January. But one healthy new habit we're sticking with is Active Liver from New Nordic. Did you know your liver works around the clock processing food, sugar, alcohol, and everyday toxins? All things that can really impact your health.
That's why daily support matters. Active Liver is designed to help protect normal liver function and support your body's natural detox process.
With trusted ingredients like milk thistle, turmeric, and artichoke extract, it's gentle enough to take all year long.
No harsh cleanses, no extreme detoxes, just simple daily liver support. We really feel the difference.
Yup, more energy and the peace of mind knowing we can enjoy the good things in life while giving our liver the love it needs.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or you can find it in stores at CVS, Meijer Grocery, Wegmans, and now Active Liver is available at your local GNC.
John? Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders, innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Would you like to contact Congress and let them know your views about issues that are important to you? Leave a message for your U.S. representative or your senator by calling the Capitol Switchboard at 202-224-3121. Phone lines are open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Standard phone rates may apply.
Welcome back. Spookster86 on the stream says, Aaron, this is directed at Mr. Aaron Zommers, Dumb and Dumber absolutely needs to be the very next movie you see. It's the most quotable movie ever. I don't totally disagree with Spookster86. Thank you for the comment, and hopefully you're making a note of that, Mr. Zommers.
Oh, definitely. I do plan on watching it. I will watch it at least this weekend. We'll see how late I feel like staying up tonight.
It's a fast watch. It's a crackling good watch, as they say. You won't be disappointed. Then we can discuss it. So I highly recommend it. Arthur Ursink is my guest, folks. He's the creator of the show Wisconsin Foodie, a great show that started on PBS. Did it start on PBS Milwaukee or PBS Wisconsin? You're on both now.
It started on PBS Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yep. At the time, we had connections. It actually started on Channel 12 and then went to CBS at WISN in Milwaukee. It was only in Milwaukee for a while. It was on Channel 12 and then 58, and then we made the connection to PBS, and that's when we started to get syndicated across the state. Unfortunately, right now we're still working with the Milwaukee station. There's been a lot of turnover there, and I think they forgot to schedule Wisconsin Foodie this season. So, little frustration there, but I think they've reassured us that spring they will air the show. So,
wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's unfortunate because Milwaukee is my backyard. That's where I live. So
right.
To not have the show on, I mean, it's been on for consistently 16 years, and not to see it on the channel guide here is, kind of sucks. But there's always YouTube, and that's where we're starting to direct a lot of people to YouTube these days because it's great to be able to see that traffic come through. We get a check from YouTube as well, which is fantastic, and so between Wisconsin Public Television and YouTube, those are two great ways to view the show.
For sure. The new season premieres tomorrow night on PBS Wisconsin at 7:30 p.m., so definitely check that out. You described the show, Arthur, as dedicated to finding the stories behind the food we eat. What are some specific stories you've discovered that you found really interesting or fascinating over the years?
I will. I'm gonna say the one that I'm working on right now. That's usually the
Yeah.
one that I find the most fascinating, and that is a place called Charlie's Smokehouse. And yes, the show premieres tomorrow, and I'm still working on episodes. So
Oh man,
there's a
okay.
behind the curtain. Not necessarily ideal, but no, Charlie's Smokehouse out in Gills Rock, Door County. Just a fantastic smokehouse. Smoked fish for generations. And they are probably some of the best, if not the best, at what they do up there. And Chris is the man. They're still fishing whitefish out of the lake right there, bringing the whitefish in, bringing the salmon in, and they're smoking every day, about 2,000 pounds a day during the season, which is just fantastic. And the product is some of the best. But the stories are just the stories. So many of the stories just hit me, right in the heart, and just the people that we meet, especially the folks that. Some of the farmers, the cheesemakers that aren't used to being on camera, that have never had somebody come and talk to them about what they do.
Right.
Folks that have spent their lives, generations doing what they do, become masters at what they do, but nobody's ever taken the time to talk to them about why they do what they do, what they love about what they do. And those are the ones that resonate with me the most, because as you've been in the same position as I have. It's almost to agree like therapy, right? Where
Yeah.
when I'm interviewing somebody, I take myself out of it completely, and I'm just getting their story. I'm talking to them, and I'm trying to extract the story from them, and I just listen and let them talk. And sometimes it's so powerful for people. We develop this just incredible connection where I'll get phone calls for Christmas 10 years later from folks that I've interviewed and talked to, because that connection that we develop is so strong. And and that's a testament to the production and what we do is just that's how deep we're willing to get. That's how much we care about telling the story. And that's so I think, my favorite story, the most impactful one is usually the one that I worked on last.
That's a very diplomatic answer, but also very honest answer. So I appreciate that. Hey, before we let you go, can you recommend any Super Bowl snacks? Something healthy, maybe?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So the Packers aren't in the Super Bowl this year. It's hard for me. So I want to promote Wisconsin food and all this great local Wisconsin food. But the beauty of this country is that there's regional food and there's food everywhere around this country. So I would say that let's take this opportunity to celebrate East Coast and West Coast seafood, because that's the real money when it comes to seafood. And especially when you're talking about New England and Seattle, that's where some of the best seafood lives. So, when we're talking about New England, we're looking at lobster rolls. Get your hands on a lobster roll. Go up to St. Paul Fish. They make some of the best lobster rolls that I've had in a while. Grab yourself a lobster roll from up there. Maybe some sushi, some smoked salmon.
Nice.
If you can find the Charlie Smokehouse smoked salmon, it might not be from the Pacific Northwest, but hey, you could just sit back and think in your head that you're living up in the rainy Seattle. But I would say let the seafood win this year. Let's have a battle of seafood and bring all of the treats.
That's a great answer.
You can always stop by the Shorewood Farmers Market, Winter Farmers Market, and pick all the snacks up you need.
I know I have so much to talk to you about, but I know you got to get back at it. So
Yep.
I won't keep you through the news because I know you got to work. But I want to thank you for the recommendation about Charlie's Smokehouse, because I'm going to the Door County Film Festival next week, and my dad was just saying today we got to find a place to eat, and he's all about making reservations ahead of time. So we'll look into that. You said it's in Gills Rock, right?
Yeah, Gills Rock. It might be closed because the season's over, but I'll give you some. Hit me up
Okay.
offline. I'll give you all the suggestions you need up in that area.
You got it. Dude, this is always fun. Best of luck with the new season. I'm sure you'll have 16 or 18 more or whatever it is. So keep up the great work. And
Appreciate it, Pete. Always appreciate it.
just crush it. Great work, man. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Take
That's
care.
Arthur Ursink. Check out Wisconsin Foodie, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night on PBS Wisconsin at 7:30 p.m. And it sounds like you could check it out on YouTube as well. So really, really just a solid show. And if you're tired like I am of the short attention span editing, you have to check out Wisconsin Foodie. It's therapy, and it involves food, and it's very well done. All right, Aaron Zomer sitting in for Conrad tonight. Our question tonight, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Let me know, and I will read it on the radio. Steve Seagren coming up in hour number 2 to talk about songs we never need to hear again. We're coming right back after the news. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Maryland, officials say a student at Freetown Elementary School brought a firearm to school and that went off, injuring another student. Anne Arundel County Police spokesperson Justin McCauley.
A student had a firearm in his possession, a second-grade student, in the classroom. That firearm then discharged at a certain point. As a result of it discharging, the student that brought that firearm sustained a non-life-threatening injury and was transported to an area hospital.
Police say it appears the shooting was accidental. Authorities, though, investigating how the child gained access to the gun. The Supreme Court allowing California's redrawn congressional map, approved by voters, to move forward ahead of the midterm elections, rejecting state Republican bids to block it. Justices did not issue a reason. In Arizona, ABC News has learned the FBI is sending additional agents and experts to Pima County to help in the kidnapping of Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy. The task force includes experts in hostage negotiation and technology. This is ABC News. Penny the Pincher, who glided across the green carpet in Westminster's final night of competition at Madison Square Garden, walked away as top dog.
There was an Old English sheepdog named Graham among the finalists, as well as a Chesapeake Bay retriever named Coda and a mop-looking little Pekingese who answers to Lumpy. But in the end, Penny outshone them all.
For Best in Show at the 150th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is the Doberman Pinscher.
Handler Andy Linton calls Penny as great a Doberman Pinscher as he's ever seen. He says she's a great dog, very smart, very demanding, and will eat anything. Penny beating out 2,500 other dogs to take the purple ribbon. Sherry Preston, ABC News, New York.
The Florida Health Department says it's currently monitoring a developing measles situation in Collier County, Florida. That, according to their website. Cases are believed to be linked to Ave Maria University. That's a small private Catholic university located near Naples, Florida. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build. See their dedicated team of experts. Remodeling done well with love. chadsdesignbuild.com.
Join me, Tom Hartman, each and every weekday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program right here on Civic Media. I talk about the issues that all Wisconsinites can get behind, from unrigging our economy so it works for all of us, not just the billionaire class, to improving our representative government, to delivering on the promise of we the people. Tune in middays right here on your local Civic Media station from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Tom Hartman program. Tag, you're it.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Bucks basketball tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks playing the Pelicans in Milwaukee. Last night, the Bucks beat the Bulls 131-115. That ended a 5-game losing streak for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma led with 31 points. What was the key?
Sharing the ball. Sharing the ball is huge, obviously, and I think just communicating with each other. You know, every possession, making sure we're on the same page.
Bucks head coach Doc Rivers.
Kuz was phenomenal. With Ryan, everyone, the whole key was, you know, we talked about it, trying to create threes. And the only way we can do that is by playing quick. The ball can't stick, and we got to get in the paint.
The NBA trade deadline is tomorrow. Giannis Antetokounmpo still with the team. NFL, Michael LaFleur introduces the new head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. His older brother, Matt, in attendance, asked, what if someone had told you you'd both be NFL head coaches someday?
I'd say you're full of shit.
That's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur with Sports on Mike Clemens.
This report brought to you by Serenity Pet Spa, providing a sanctuary for dogs to be bathed, groomed, and pampered while enjoying free play with other dogs. Serenity Pet Spa, Madison.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Increasing clouds for tonight, a low close to 10 to the low teens. Scattered flurries and snow showers for tomorrow, a mostly cloudy sky. Highs 30 to 35. Scattered flurries on Friday, maybe some drizzle, high mid-30s. Currently 23 degrees.
Finding support for my child with ADHD felt overwhelming. I didn't know which direction to take, but Understood.org's resources helped guide me. Now I have the tools I need to keep us moving forward. Visit u.org/yourpath today.
A fresh perspective on the great outdoors.
What's up, everybody? My name's Joel Clayfish, and this show is all about the great outdoors of the great Midwest. I have the joy of steering the ship across every lake in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, and Illinois. This is Raised in the Woods.
Raised in the Woods with Joel Clayfish and Ellie Lawton. Find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Is there an issue that's important to you? Would you like the President of the United States to know how you feel? Why not call the White House comment line? The number is 202-456-1111. The White House comment line is open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Standard phone rates may apply. You may also send an e-message to the President at whitehouse.gov/contact.
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now a guy who washes his hands even after using a towel, Pete Schwaba.
Hey, welcome back, folks, to hour number 2 of Nite Lite on this beautiful Wednesday night in the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Great to have you here. We're focusing on music tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk a lot about music this hour in the form of songs we don't ever need to hear again, and then in hour 3, just bad songs. So a lot of chance to weigh in about music and how you feel tonight. Phone lines are always open at 855-752-4842, 855-75 Civic. So let us know. Be part of the show. It's always fun. You can also text us on the app or on the stream if you're watching the radio at YouTube, Facebook, or X. Sitting in tonight, producing the show, working the board, taking care of business is Mr. Aaron Zommers. Always fun to work with you, pal.
You too. Although Taking Care of Business is a pretty good song. That one I'm okay with hearing.
I worked that in there, I thought subtly, but you picked up on it and you pounced. And that's why you're a great producer. I appreciate that very much. Taking Care of Business is one of those songs I will talk about with Steve Seagren at 6:35. I don't ever need to hear that song again.
That's totally fair. I mean, I guess I probably haven't heard it as many times as you have.
That one and Sweet Home Alabama, all these songs that you hear like by cover bands and bars really are what are on my list. But we'll talk to Steve Seagren at 6:35 and find out what he's added to his songs I never need to hear again list. Steve is a comedian, actor, and a very accomplished artist who will be joining us over the stream at 6:35. Love talking to Steve. In hour number 3 or act 3, Mike Toomey will be here. Mike is a TV host and a comedian also, and we are just going to talk about bad songs. So he's got 5 he wants to share. I told him to send them to me, and I can have you pull them, Aaron, so we can hear some of the glory. But that's what we're going to be talking about is music over the next couple hours, mixed in with reading your texts and all kinds of fun stuff. If you missed hour number 1, you can check it out at civicmedia.us. Arthur Ursink was my guest, and it is always fun to talk about someone with such passion for food, for filmmaking, and that's what Arthur does. And he's all about community and healthy food. And his show, Wisconsin Foodie, premieres season 16, I believe, on PBS. Premieres tomorrow night at 7:30 on PBS Wisconsin, so you can check that out. It's also on YouTube. We featured our Olympian of the night, Jaden O'Brien, who is from Pewaukee. She will be competing in the bobsled event in the Olympics that start. I think her event is February 20th and 21st, but we can cheer on Jaden as well as all of our fellow Wisconsinites as they compete in the Olympics. She's a push athlete, if you forgot, Aaron.
I do remember that she's a push athlete, and that's partially why I played Push It, so that I would remember. Lock it in there.
That's a great one. Our question of the night, I think we should just reintroduce it. What do you say, pal? Here's the Nite Lite question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda. Question.
Question.
Questions.
What is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? This is the anniversary of the droppage of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. So it got me thinking about Jim Carrey. I'll be honest, I don't love all of his movies. But when he's good, he is great, and he is always hilarious. So let me know what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is tonight. What did you say again, AZ?
I think I went with I went with The Truman Show,
Truman
which
Show.
Popular choice.
That's right.
And
And
I
I
have
said
to pick a crazier one. I don't know. He does so many good ones. And I know The Grinch has also been mentioned, and I like that, except for the Dahu Dore song, which I hate, which I loathe, as Jim Carrey would say, as the Grinch. Like, it's crazy that when you see the behind the scenes, his face just does that. Like, it's not, the prosthetics are barely there.
Absolutely. He's got such an animated face. You don't even, the makeup is like a bonus. Like, he could just do it anyway. He's that talented. I said Dumb and Dumber, one of my all-time favorite movies. And here's where Dumb and Dumber won me over. There's a scene in the film where Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, two idiots, are driving cross country to return a briefcase to Mary Swanson. And Jim Carrey is in love with her. He has a crush on her. And while he's falling asleep at the wheel, he daydreams about himself being charming. But he does it as a dumb guy would. Like, it's sometimes in movies you see a dumb guy imagining something where it's not consistent with his intellect. But Jim Carrey lights his own gas on fire, and all these smart people are cracking up. He throws popcorn in his face. And I mean, it's just brilliant. The Farrelly brothers created an absolute masterpiece in Dumb and Dumber. And I know some people who are snobs think, oh, that's just silly humor. It is, but it's very clever and it's very well done. It's a great movie. So I think you're going to like it, Aaron.
I think so too. Yeah, I mean, I know some of the famous quotes. I've seen a couple of clips. I think I'm going to like it. It's just one I haven't gotten around to.
Yeah.
The list of movies to watch is never ending.
It happens. So we're going to do that. So let us know what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is. We'll get to your text in just a little bit. I want to talk, though. There was this great survey done about music. How important would you say music is to your day, Aaron?
I would say very important. I went to school for music, so it's important to my life. But also,
of course,
working in radio, music is a very big part of that. So definitely important to my day-to-day life.
For sure. This was an interesting survey. I saw this. I think it was in Ranker. 84% of Americans say listening to music is an important part of their day. How often do people listen to music? 55% said an hour a day at least. Only 2% said never. So I'm one of those people. I have kind of mood music on all the time in my house. Even when I go to bed at night, I've got like one of the music stations on, and it's usually like classical, like KUSC or something, just very subtle string music or something. I just like it on in the background. And I know my wife will wake up and have coffee and it's on and the room is well lit and all that kind of stuff. It just can be so important to your mood. Most people said they still listen on the radio, which I think is encouraging here at Civic Media. That's great. 73% stream the radio, 48% listen to the music on the actual radio on a regular basis. I don't know how they got those percentages, but okay. 24% download MP3s, 24% still use CDs, 11% listen to vinyl records, and 4% use cassettes. That's kind of cool. When asked what their favorite type of music was, classic rock ranked first, speaking of taking care of business, with 19% of the vote. Now, that's not really surprising because all the classical music, there is some new classical music that comes out, but classic rock, just the catalog grows every year because now, Nirvana is considered classic rock or something from the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That just keeps growing. 11% said country, 9% said pop, your Taylor Swifts, your Bad Bunnies, your Justin Timberlakes, I guess. I don't know. Or Bruno Mars, maybe. 8% said hip hop. 7% said metal. Are you a metal fan?
Yeah, I like metal.
Yeah, sometimes I do. R&B also was at 7%. So that's interesting. And a good variety there. Classical wasn't really mentioned. when they said, which genre do you think best represents America in 2026? Country and hip hop tied for first. You know what's kind of interesting? I like old country and I like some hip hop. I love when they blend those two genres.
Well, that's where I disagree with you. I like the new country pop, that kind of stuff. I hate it.
I don't like that either.
It doesn't work for me.
I said old country. Did I say new country?
Oh, no, I guess I misinterpreted.
Okay.
No, old country. Yeah, that's great.
People were asked how often they went out and saw live music. 21% said at least once a month. Another 23% said at least one concert per year. I sadly fall into that category where I'm probably like in the lower percentile. I just don't go out as much as I used to, and I don't go out to see live music, which I really should. You go to concerts?
Yeah, I probably go to, I don't know, it's hard to say, but definitely several a year. I wouldn't necessarily say once a month, but maybe in the summer. I guess in the summer, it's probably a little more than that. So if you're counting, you go to a bar in town to see a local band play.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. And that's what I need to do more of. So I say all this, folks, because we're talking about music tonight. In about 15, 20 minutes, Steve Seagren will be here. We're going to see where Steve's list is at in terms of music or songs he never needs to hear again. I'm going to chime in. Zommers is going to give some of his. It'll be a fun discussion. And then in hour number 3, Mike Toomey will be here, and we'll just be talking about bad songs, and you guys can get in on that conversation as well. It's sometimes fun just to go negative and trash things. We have to be honest. Turning to the social media responses for our question of the night, which is, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Matt Cassane on social media says, Me, Myself, and Irene. Oh, God, I forgot about that. Nite Lite guest Rich Brown has written for a lot of the Farrelly Brothers movies, and that was one that he wrote on, I want to say the cow. I think it's a cow they hit in the middle of the road, and it's dying, and Jim Carrey tries to put it out of its misery and keeps shooting it to try to kill it. And then he rounds the corner and there's a veterinary hospital right there. Great jokes in Me, Myself, and Irene. Thank you, Matt. We've got, let's see, he put a meme there too of Jim Carrey, which is always appreciated. Thank you, Matt. Boris Hamilton says, Once Bitten. Have not seen it, Boris. See, don't feel bad, Zommers. I haven't seen some of these movies either.
Well, there are just too many for one person to see them all.
There's too much content out there. You can't keep up. Rich Locasio from WRJN here at Civic Media says, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. There you go. That's what sparked this whole conversation. This is the day that film dropped. So thank you, Rich. Amanda Nimmer says, you mean I have to pick one, just one. You can list as many as you want, Amanda. We are not going to try to squash or kibosh enthusiasm. Matt Harper, my favorite Green Bay rock rap artist, says The Mask. Love the dog in that one, too. I forgot about the dog.
You know which Jim Carrey movies surprised me? The Sonic ones. I expected the Sonic movies to be awful, but they're actually really fun. Although
Really?
I haven't seen the newest one. I've only seen the first 2.
Okay. How many are there?
There are 3 now.
Oh, my gosh. See, I
the
gotta
third
catch up,
one
too.
features Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, especially when they originally showed the design for Sonic, and there was the huge backlash that made them basically scrap the whole thing. I was worried that the new one wouldn't be any better. But you know what? No, they made them pretty fun movies.
Yeah, I see. There you go. I got to catch up. Michael MC on social media says, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yes. Boy, I haven't seen that one in a while. I'm due for a rewatch. Thank you, Michael. Mary Picorni Donlin says on social media, The Truman Show. Another vote for The Truman Show. That's proving to be a very popular Jim Carrey movie tonight. Thank you, Mary. Mike Corwin on social media says, Yes Man. Have you seen that, Zommers?
Which one was that?
Yes Man.
No, I have not.
I haven't either. I have not either, but a couple people mentioned that. I wasn't even aware of it, to be honest with you. Janet on social media says, My very first thought was Liar, Liar. The outtakes are just as funny. I got to say, though, the best movie line is when he's talking to Lauren Holly in Dumb and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance. Zommer, you're going to lose it when you hear that, because you've probably heard that cliche your whole life.
I've heard
now
that, yeah.
You're going to see it in context. It's great. How are we doing on time?
Got about 40 seconds.
Is that all? That's ridiculous.
This is a
Mike,
bad song that I don't need to hear again. That's going.
Save that one, too. Mike Jansen on social media says, liar, liar. JB Thompson says, I like Yes Man also. Have you ever had a Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull? Keep those texts coming, folks. We are coming right back to finish up with some texts. And I have a really interesting thing you're going to want to hear. This is Pete Schwaba at Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Oh. 92.7 WMDX for people who always put curds before carbs.
This is
Yeah,
Robert
not a
Pilot,
very
host
good
of
one.
Native Roots Radio. On our
awful.
show, we talk about native issues like treaties,
But the
protecting
thing
Mother
is
Earth, and
that,
holding our
I'll have to
elected
mention
officials
later,
accountable. You'll also hear
bad
from
music
Kurt Highland
and
voices
music
like
that I don't want to
Ravina
hear
Martin,
again
State
are not the
Representative
same
Bobby
category,
Keeler,
you know?
Ruth Ann
Correct.
Buffalo, Dr. Anthony
There's a
State,
lot of terrible
State
songs that
Senator
I will
Eric
listen to
Twitty,
intentionally.
Robert Milligan, and Bob
Totally
Like
agree.
anything
Native
by
issues are
Ice
human
JJ
issues,
Fish,
human issues
an
are
artist who
Native Roots Radio.
I don't think I know
I
who
don't
that
even
is.
really know how to describe it.
Okay.
Listen to the Civic Media exclusive.
No, but I agree. Sometimes it's fun to listen to bad songs because they're so bad.
Just like bad movies are fun.
Exactly. And much more of a commitment, though.
That is true.
All right, so we could talk a little bit about Super Bowl snacks in the next segment. I'll read a couple more texts and maybe get into weapons a little bit.
Okay.
Sound good?
Here's an opportunity to craft a very pro public school democracy matters platform.
Subscribe to Busted Pencils wherever you listen to podcasts.
You're a storyteller, negotiator, artist, innovator. Whatever your passion, whatever your skills, behind the scenes or in front, you belong here. A career in broadcast media. Local radio and TV stations in every town and city need someone like you. So do what you love and bring your talent to life. Your passion, your skills, your career. You belong here. Learn more at youbelonghere.media.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
Let's talk rechargeable battery safety with tips.
These are Mike's terrible songs if you want to pull a minute or two of one or two of them. Sure, if you could give me What is that one?
Power of Suggestion by Steve Stevens from the Ace Ventura soundtrack.
This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. We are talking bad music tonight. We're talking about music in general, Super Bowl snacks, bad music, songs we never need to hear again. Aaron Zommers is working the board tonight, and that was a song, as he just said, from Ace Ventura, a better movie than the soundtrack would indicate. Welcome back, folks. Great to have you here. Let us know what your favorite Jim Carrey movie is, and we will read your text on the radio. So where are you at in terms of the Super Bowl, Zommers? Are you a big fan? I know it's like, I don't even know if you're a sports fan. I assume we've talked about sports a little bit, but the Super Bowl is an event. Right?
Yeah, I've never really been a huge sports guy, although I've gotten more into it in recent years because my roommates are, like, I don't know, it'd be hard to be bigger sports people. And so I understand it a lot better now.
Okay.
When I was little, I would go out of the room and do whatever during the Super Bowl and then come back in for the commercials. Now I do actually pay attention to the game, but you know, it's an excuse to try out a new recipe for an appetizer or something.
There you go. That's where I was going with this. We had Arthur Ursink on in hour number 1, folks. He's always a blast to talk to. He said go for seafood snacks because they're healthier. And he mentioned a great restaurant in Gills Rock. He mentioned if you can get fish or lobster or whatever from the coast, you should do that. But thinking more simplistically, I found this list. The Super Bowl is Sunday, so it's Wednesday. You still have time, folks. Wisconsin's favorite Super Bowl snacks revealed This is from Sports Geek, the Sports Geek. They've researched each state's favorite Super Bowl snacks. It has been revealed that Wisconsin's favorite Super Bowl snacks are, you ready for this, Summers?
All right.
Did I share this with you?
Let me look here. I think you did.
It's almost as much fun if I just tell you. Number 1, what do you think it is?
I mean, well, now I pulled up the list, but I would have guessed that anyway, that chips and dips.
Chips and dips.
It's just
Number
the
2,
easy thing to do.
And this is just in Wisconsin. Number 2, chicken wings. No surprise there. Number 3, cookies. Okay. Not cookies and dip. That would be disgusting. Number 4, hot dogs. Number 5, tater tots. I have to admit, I absolutely love tater tots.
Oh, me too. But I wouldn't make them for the Super Bowl. I don't know. That just didn't cross my mind.
It seems like if you're going to make tater tots for the Super Bowl, you need to get kind of fancy. Put bacon bits in them or something, or have some kind of fun dip. I don't know. I'm with you. Number 6, barbecued ribs. I guess that depends how involved you want to get in your snack baking, but that's ambitious. Number 7, corn dogs. Number 8, potato skins. Love a good
That's a
potato
classic,
skin.
yep.
Yeah, for sure. Number 9, mozzarella sticks. Number 10, burgers. So what are your favorites there?
I think for me, I mean, I do love just good chip and dip. You know, just
Yeah.
various chips, various dips. I'm always here for the saltiness. And I'm a fan of, in, big shareable foods and parties like this, stuff that doesn't get your hands messy. So sorry, chicken wings, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, they're almost more trouble than they're worth, as delicious as they can be. I'm probably a chip or dip guy, too. Some of these I wouldn't even think to make for the Super Bowl. Hot dogs, tater tots, corn dogs. I guess depends what part of the country you're in, too.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls, yeah. I like a good pizza. There are some times or some events I would only eat pizza rolls at probably at a Super Bowl party or some kind of weird movie night or something. I would never buy pizza rolls.
When it's the right moment, like I pretty much
Yeah.
just eat pizza rolls on New Year's Eve.
Oh, New Year's Eve's a good one, too, yeah. Here are Wisconsin's favorite choices of dips. Number 1, ranch dressing. Oh, big surprise there. Ranch is getting out of hand. I think ranch dressing needs to be stopped. We need to broaden our horizons a little bit.
Especially when, just combined with other things and sold together, as you recently talked about with, Cranch.
What was that again?
Ketchup and ranch.
Ketchup and ranch.
In the same bottle.
That's Heinz, right?
It sure is.
That's terrible. I think I even made the comment that some people like ranch so much they dip their ranch in ranch. It's awful. Number 2, buffalo chicken. That's a great dip. Our friend Robin makes a great buffalo. We had it on New Year's Eve. Oh my God, is it good? Number 3, pizza dip. No thanks. That's just like marinara, right?
Yeah, I would rather just have, like if you have breadsticks and marinara, sure. But if you're calling it pizza dip, I feel like you're doing something funky with it, and I don't necessarily need that.
Yeah, that's true. And marinara, it's like ragu. That shouldn't even be a dip. That's too easy and too uncomplicated. Number 4, French onion. Number 5, queso. Love it. Not even necessarily a cheese guy, but when it's presented to me in the right way, like queso, I am on it, baby. Number 6, salsa. Number 7, hummus. See, it's funny. If it wasn't for the Super Bowl, like hummus would probably be at the top of my list, but not at a Super Bowl party. I want the buffalo.
Yeah, I love hummus generally.
Same.
Get some pita, get some carrots, dipping so many different things in it, and they're all good.
For sure. And guacamole, same deal. I'll eat that on a regular basis, or avocados. Number 9, spinach artichoke. Lovely. Love a good spinach artichoke dip. And 10, bean dip. I'm going to open up here a little bit. You ready?
All right.
I don't like dips that come from people's houses that I don't know, who I don't know. Especially if they're complicated, like a bean dip. It's just there's too much room for non-cleanliness.
Yeah, if you're at some kind of potluck situation, you really have to assess the the taste to food poisoning risk ratio,
I would literally walk around and say, who bought this? Who brought this? And just make sure they look clean,
The thing you gotta do is make a dip you like and bring it and eat that.
Just eat my own dip, yeah. It'd be really popular. Lil Irv on the stream says, Dumb and Dumber. Well done. Could not agree more. We are coming right back, folks, with Steve Seagren, artist, comedian, actor, to talk about songs we never need to hear again. Please be part of the conversation. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Safe at last, safe at last, safe at last, safe at last. It's the end, it's the end, it's the end.
92.7 WMDX, the talk of the Isthmus.
This report brought you.
All right. Let's get set here. All right. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man,
We
what's
are
up?
still live streaming right now, just so you know, but
Okay.
we figured we'd get everything set up.
All right.
Don't use any swears, Steve, because
Why you-
we're on the...
Okay, I won't.
Rich,
Could you
Rich
see my
Brown,
little
two,
kid? Huh?
two times Rich Brown's been on the show, and I told him it's radio. He
Oh,
still
no.
dropped an F-bomb. And then he,
Of course
and then
he
he's-
did!
Then he spends 2 minutes apologizing during the interview. I'm like, Rich, it's behind us. Let's just keep moving.
Just
It's
gotta
so
move on,
funny.
yeah.
So funny.
Could you see the little headline I put under my name?
In the word,
Wait, oh, I misspelled world. No, I'm an idiot.
I actually like word. I think that works for you.
Greatest man in the word.
That reminds me of what you said in that Godfather of Green Bay behind the scenes thing. What do you think of Pete's directing talents? Inept. In a word, inept.
I forgot I said that.
So funny.
I was thinking of something when you were talking about Super Bowl snacks.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a Super Bowl party where all the snacks suck. So it'd be like just like a big bowl of tuna. You know, nothing, no chips or
No
anything
mayo.
Like that. Just tuna, no mayo, just tuna. Baked potatoes.
With no butter or sour cream.
Yeah, just a potato, just been baked. It's just like a big bushel of them. What else would be bad? Pizza crust.
Let's
No
open
pizza,
with this.
just the
This is
crust.
great.
You know, I think this might be a great
I love
idea. I
that.
think you're
Yeah,
onto something.
that's gold. We got to save that.
Okay, we'll save it.
Steve, I can finally watch highlights from the season.
Can you? That's all I've been doing.
I couldn't because I know they weren't supposed to win that game, but they had it.
I know.
It took me
So
2 weeks
close.
to get over that. It really
So
did.
close. I know. Yeah. Yeah, they were so close. But
I got another Bears fan.
yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, we're both from Chicago, Steve. Did you grow up there? I grew up the first part of my childhood there. Did you grow up in the city, Steve?
Yeah, we moved there from Oregon when I was like 6 years old.
Oh wow.
So that would be what, 1960? So I lived there. I think actually, you know what? I think been in California maybe almost as long as I was in Chicago. Nah, not quite. Maybe it was a little less, but before we go, where'd you watch the Bears Packers game, the playoff game? You were in Chicago. Where'd you go?
Yeah, it was like, okay, I could drop $3,500 I really don't have and get
Oh,
tickets
no.
for all four of us, so I didn't do that. But we got a great hotel room. We went to a sports bar called Snickers.
Okay.
And man, it was one of the greatest sports memories of my life. It was
It's got to be.
incredible.
It's got to be. Yeah. It was
And my
great.
my son Joe and his cousin Griffin are like, You're jumping off the band. I go, I'm not. I'm just tempering my expectations because I didn't expect. I go, they already beat the Packers miraculously the first time. I go, that's not going to happen again, you guys.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
20
And
points,
it-
and then it does. And I'm like,
It happens
come
again.
on.
Yeah.
was
Well, you ever seen Mike Schmidt? He's been on your show, Mike, right?
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah.
But you ever seen him when he wants a high five, will just come up to you and he's got that big imposing guy, right? Just kind of comes up to you and gives you that dead eye look until you high five him. You know what I mean? You've ever seen him do that? Well, anyway, we're at Geno's East in the Valley watching
yeah.
the game. All these Bears fans, 2 Packer fans. I don't know. There's a Packer bar down the street. I don't know what the hell they were doing there, but anyway. With the Bears win it, you know, the Bears win the game, and Mike just walks around the entire restaurant with that look on his face, forcing people to high five him. It was hilarious.
It's so funny because your daughter is such a huge fan, which is fun
Oh my God,
on
yeah,
that
yeah.
chat. And now my daughter, Kate, who's all about musical theater, she's 20, could not give a rat's butt, you know. She came back. She and my wife left, and she came back to the bar with 2 minutes left, and she's the biggest Bear fan now ever. I'm like, it's just so fun. It was a fun season.
Yeah, it's
One of my
fun, man.
roommates is a
Great.
diehard Packers fan. The other's a diehard Bears fan. It can be a war zone.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's always fun. Yeah.
All right, we got 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back. I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nite Lite. Great to have you, folks. You know, I gotta tell you, Zommers, everything, it's all relative, but that song, I like it. I never hear it.
One of our texters, I believe it was Matt in Eau Claire, let me check, is not a fan, and neither is Denise here in the office in Madison.
I hope she could hear that then.
Yeah, it was Matt in Eau Claire. And yep, Denise, that was for you.
I don't mind it. That's why we got to have this discussion, folks. Great to have you here. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We are midway through hour number 2 here, Act 2 as I call it. Joining me now over the stream from Southern California is comedian, actor, and artist, and my good pal, Steve Seagren.
Hello.
Steve, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
All right, so the nature of me reaching out to you, I love this list you started on Facebook because it's something everybody just kind of rallies to and shares their songs they never need to hear again.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mike Toomey is coming up in hour number 3 because Sherry Shepard canceled because her show got canceled. So she said, see you later, Schwaba. And I get it. That's fine. But Mike, next hour, Mike and I are going to talk about songs we hate. Not necessarily, because some of these songs I don't ever need to hear again. I don't hate them.
Yeah,
they're good songs. They're overplayed, right?
They might have been good the first time you heard them.
Yeah.
You know, but then after a while, yeah.
So we'll get to that. But do you have a favorite Jim Carrey movie, Steve?
No, I don't think I do.
Are you not a fan?
No, he's all right. What's the Pet Detective one? I think
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. Yeah, I think I like that one.
For those of
If I
us
remember
who are Carrey fans, we just say the one word, Ace.
Oh, okay, Ace.
Like liar, liar is just liar because I don't.
I'm trying to think. There was, I think Ace Ventura was the one. I think I like that one. Mask
Dumb
I
and
wasn't
Dumber
crazy about. Yeah,
was mine.
Dumb and Dumber was okay. I could take that in like bits and pieces.
Right.
You know, I can't sit through the whole thing because it's dumb, and it gets dumber.
I just call it dumb. That's that's how I refer to it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Oh, I was going to ask you if you're a fan of the Olympics. They're starting this weekend.
Yeah, I guess. You know, I don't know. I don't go out of my way to watch it.
Okay.
You know.
And you live in Southern California. You know, I got a bone to pick with you, by the way, Steve, because when I moved to LA in '97, you kind of were giving me a hard time.
I was?
And you kind of. And you said, because you were still this like Chicago guy, you said you're never leaving Chicago. And you got a part in a David Schwimmer movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. And you sent me this message. It was before Facebook. It must have just been an email or a text or something.
Oh,
and you used to call me Brasco.
Yeah, Donnie Brasco. Yeah.
So you said, hey, Brasco, how do you like this? I got a part in a David Schwimmer movie, and I didn't need to move to LA to do it. And then a year later, you moved to LA.
I know.
You've been there longer than I ever was, and you love it so much you're never leaving. It's just a little bit of irony there, I think. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I know. I was a jerk.
Oh, I didn't take it like that. I was laughing.
No, but I was.
What were you going to say?
It was Kissing a Fool. I couldn't remember the name of the movie. It was Kissing a Fool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I remember that. So it was long. Yeah, that's how I got my SAG card.
Sweet. And you put it to good use. You got a lot of credits. We could talk about that as well. But first, I want to ask you, you had a genius idea for serving Super Bowl snacks, which I think, you know, and it's great because as you were telling me this, I was like, you got to set up a camera and just watch people's reaction as they go up to your snack bar. So tell us what you would serve at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it'd just be like just stuff you would never see. Like, you know, hey, I got a big spread. I'm having a Super Bowl party. Here's my big spread on my appetizers. And there's like a big bowl of tuna. That's it. You know, no forks or anything like that. So you got to stick your hands in and eat it. You know, pizza crust, no pizza on top of it, just the crust. Maybe even cut like little wedges, like you know.
And you'd have to really sell it. You got to go. It's the best part of the pizza.
It's
Like,
funny,
come
yes,
on.
come on. It's the best part. It's the crust. What else did I have? Baked potatoes, just in the skin. You know, just like a big plate of hot baked potatoes.
No butter.
No butter. No, just baked potato.
Salt and pepper.
What else would be good? Figs. Figs are great at Super Bowl.
Figs are very good.
Who does,
if you
who doesn't
prep
want a
them
fig
right.
at a Super Bowl? How many Super Bowl parties you gone to? Like, where are the figs?
Am I going to eat figs or am I going to starve to death?
What kind of party is this?
Killer snack, Steve.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? It's funny because you know who would be really happy if you put out that spread?
Who?
Buffalo Wild Wings, because they'd be packed for the second half of the Super Bowl.
Oh, marshmallows. A big thing of marshmallows.
Right. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. So, all right, let's talk about your list. This started, to my knowledge, a couple of years ago on Facebook. You posted songs you never needed to hear again.
Yeah.
And everybody joined in. It was such a great thread. But have you, you could give us some classics if you want, or if you've grown the list and you want to talk about some of your new members, that's fine too.
Well, I've grown it a little bit, but I wanted. It's funny because, this kind of ties into movie thing. Kind of. I saw Song Sung Blue.
Yeah.
Right, which I never would have gone to see, but since I get the SAG screeners this time of year, they send you this stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So I never need to hear Sweet Caroline ever again.
Oh yeah.
I never need to hear it again. But then when I was watching Song Sung Blue, there's many Neil Diamond songs that I never need to hear again. And
really?
Song Sung Blue is one of them.
Okay.
They got the billboards all over town, Song Sung Blue. And every time I see the billboard, the song gets stuck in my head. So I see the billboard and Song Sung Blue, anyway. So
yeah.
So Sweet Caroline, Song Sung Blue. The movie itself isn't horrible. If you're going to go see it, if you don't like Neil Diamond, it doesn't matter. It's actually a very watchable movie. But the reason to go see it is Kate Hudson is fantastic.
Outstanding, Steve.
Fantastic.
I said this, like, she completely disappears in that role. Like, Hugh Jackman is great, but the whole time I'm watching Hugh Jackman. He was just, put on a wig and he's that guy. But Kate Hudson, Kate Hudson was outstanding. We've got the kid, Hudson Henley is going to be on the show tomorrow night, who played the kid, who at the end of the movie is watching the video message from Hugh Jackman, his dad. Oh, it was a beautiful scene.
Yeah. Oh,
but,
is that? Is what's the kid's name?
Hudson Henley, I believe. He's on the show.
Is he Kate Hudson's kid?
Or
no,
it's
coincidence. He's got
first
Hudson.
name.
What am I saying? Yeah, it's got the same first name.
That would be like if you named your daughter Seagrin something.
Yes, I know. I'm getting old. It's dementia setting in.
But here's the thing about Neil Diamond. I agree with you, but there are some songs of his, and mostly because they're overplayed. They're great songs, but like in that movie, I was like, okay, Sweet Caroline, I can listen to that again because it was consistent with the story. But like Solitary Man.
Yeah.
Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Like, he's got some amazing tunes.
Those are good. Those are good songs. Cherry is a good song.
Yeah.
Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon is good. And but title song I hate. Sweet Caroline. Yeah. It's not that I hate it. It's just I don't need to hear. If I can get it stuck in my head, I know all the words. I don't need to hear it again. I never need to hear it again.
Exactly.
But back to the list. I got Brown Eyed Girl. No, I never need to hear that song again.
Nope.
I remember one time I was somewhere, Myrtle Beach or something. We were going to bar hopping, and every bar we went into, they were playing Brown Eyed Girl. There was somebody on stage playing Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a big cover band tune.
Yeah. What else I got? Oh, In the Air Tonight. That was on the original list. I think I was the first one on the list. And it's funny because I think they use that for, is it Thursday Night Football or Sunday Night Football now?
Oh, really?
Monday Night Football, they do some kind of weird, overproduced version of it. And it's just as bad as the first.
It's even worse too because there's that urban folklore that Mike Tyson, or no, who was it? Somebody saw somebody like murder someone one night, and Phil Collins witnessed it as a kid, and he wrote this song and invited the guy that killed the woman to the show and played this song, and the spotlight went on the guy. It was such nonsense. And I remember hearing that, and
And what, they
college.
arrested him on the spot or something?
Yeah, right. And as a 19-year-old kid, I'm like, seriously?
Come on. Yeah.
Totally falling for it. That's a bad song, though.
Here's a new one to the list. LaGrange, ZZ Top.
I didn't know that one. You sent that one earlier.
It's their. I think it was their first hit. It's just the opening guitar. They play it in every car commercial, every beer commercial.
Oh, really?
They really do.
Do we pull that one, Zommers?
I will very shortly.
Okay. We can go to break. We can go to break with that and put it in people's heads.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
There it is.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Your Chevy truck. The month of
Could be
February
anything.
on sale.
Wendy's burgers on sale.
Get a free biggie and a baked potato when you order it hot and juicy.
Baked potato.
Baked
See?
potato with no toppings.
What else I got on my list here? Crocodile Rock, Elton John.
Oh, okay.
And there's another Elton John. I guess that's why they call it the blues. That song.
Oh, you know what? I never hear that. I kind of like that song, but I never. Do you hear that a lot?
I used to hear it all the time, and I just,
Okay.
I don't. We reach a point, super
Yeah.
saturation. You just, I don't need to hear it again. Along the lines of keyboard guys, what do I got here? Uptown Girl. I don't care if you hear that again. That's all I got by Billy Joel. What else I got here? Oh, Incense Peppermints. And I do, I don't dislike Strawberry Alarm Clock. But that song is, whenever you see a movie or a TV show and they want to flash back to the 60s, that's the song they play. Yeah, that's the song they play.
I don't like that. What is that even about?
I don't know. It's about
Drugs?
smoking pot. It's about drugs.
Yeah.
Sure it is.
Okay.
But and then what else do I got here? Anything by Kiss.
Oh, wow, nice.
That's gonna be very controversial, I think.
Here's my least favorite Kiss song is the song "Lick It Up." Like, it's such a stupid, over the top sexual I can't. Or "Love in an Elevator." I think that's is that Aerosmith?
It's Aerosmith. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nobody can relate to that except rock stars. So shut up.
I know. It's speaking of which, I saw that movie Rockstar again the other day. I started watching it.
Oh, is that the one with Dwight?
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, yeah.
Plays a guy. He gets he does a Steel Dragon cover band, and he ends up playing in the band.
Okay.
It's pretty corny. I was trying to figure out if it's supposed to be a comedy or not.
That's not a good sign. Here's my thing with. I've said this before on the show. The people I don't ever need to see in a movie again. Mark Wahlberg.
Okay. Yes.
It's been done. Chris Pratt. Talented
Yeah,
guy,
Chris
but
Pratt. I'm done. I got you.
expand your horizons a little, or stop
Yeah.
making movies. Stop
Yeah.
doing the same role every damn time. You know what I mean? It's terrible.
Jason Statham, same thing. He's the same guy. In every
Exactly. Steve Seagren is my guest. We're talking about songs we never need to hear again. How about I want to throw one at you, Steve. Don't worry,
Sure.
be happy.
Oh my God. Oh yes. Please. I never need to hear that again.
You remember The Simpsons when they made fun of that song?
I think so.
And the radio guy comes on and he goes, "That was the latest from Bobby McFerrin called I'm Worried, Need Money." So great.
I would rather worry and be unhappy than ever hear that song again.
Hear that song again, right? All right, Steve Seagren is here. We're going to do a very short break, and then we'll have a few more minutes with Steve. We're talking about songs we never need to hear again. Please feel free to share yours, folks. We're coming right back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Oh no! No!
Not just headlines, insight. Not just noise, conversation. 92.7 WMDX is your home for real news.
And then I
great
do have
conversation.
the 5 songs
Is it time to clean your air
for Mike?
box? Call Zero
Yeah,
Res
perfect.
Madison. Zero Res is NADCA certified and has a 4.9.
Oh, we're getting a
rating.
lot of text
Zero
activity.
Res,
This is
spell it
great.
forward
I
or
can
backward,
shoot.
It's the right way to clean. Call
Hey,
Zero
Steve,
Res
Yeah.
could you stay for a few minutes after the news?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll just keep you for like 10 minutes because I got some of these texts are great, and I like when people get into it.
Oh, Chris in Sun Prairie is 100% correct.
Say again.
Chris in Sun Prairie, the text, that song, yeah, no.
Where is that text? I don't see that.
They said, I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's a great one. Yeah. I remember we were on, I think it was the Improv, and there have been a couple times like a comic has said to me during the break, I'm going to do a whole thing about this. And there's a Chicago comic, and we're live here, so I'm not going to say his name, but he said, I'm going to go up and do a whole thing about this. I'm too sexy. I'm going to crush with this. And he goes up there, and every punchline, Steve, was, and he'd start going into that dance, and he'd go, because I'm too sexy for this stage.
No.
And he got nothing, and he bailed after the second time. Oh, it's gorgeous.
I love
And another time, I'll tell you who their names are off the air, but we were on the road, and the guy comes, he goes, look at this porno list that was on top of the TV. And he goes, check out this name for this porn film, Stocks and Blondes. And he goes, I'm going to go up and do a whole thing about this. And again,
what?
saying about the name of the pornos
Oh, okay,
the hotel was offering, the cheap hotel.
Yeah.
And one of them was Stocks and Blondes. He goes, check out this, folks, Stocks and Blondes. And he was doing like a Dennis Miller thing, and nobody laughed. He just chucked it. He thought he was going to get like 10 minutes out of it.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, same.
So, we're not on yet?
Not yet.
You got about a minute.
Okay.
These mics are live though, right, Aaron?
Correct, yeah, on the stream, just not over the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. I gotcha. So what is Toomey's doing? What songs?
Just bad songs.
Just bad songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he says he's got some pretty good ones too. But they're not songs that you never need to hear again.
Yeah.
That's the nuance.
What are some of the bad songs? Can you say what some of the bad songs are?
I think I can, yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the text. Let's see, where are we? Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, it's a bad song. Is
Nite
Muskrat
Lights-
Love on that list?
Oh, that's a good one. The night the lights went out in Georgia. Mike just hates
yeah,
Georgia.
okay.
Right,
Apparently.
here we go.
Diary by Bread, Pina Colada, and Little Drummer Boy. Oh my God.
Oh, no. The jerk.
All right, so that's actually, this is Pete Schwaba, Nite Lite. Welcome back. I have to, that's a great song, but it is probably the most overplayed song.
Thank you.
Well-
It's not just me. Okay.
Yeah, it is. And, it's funny. I don't own anything by Journey. I've never bought any of their records.
Okay.
Never really paid that much attention, but I know that song.
Right.
In fact, I probably know like 4 or 5 of their songs just from
Yeah.
osmosis or something, I remember I went to at the Hollywood Bowl. I went to see Nancy wanted to see ELO. Right, I don't think it was actually them. It was the
I love ELO.
Who's it, Jeff Lynne? Who's the main guy from that?
Oh
He
yeah,
did his-
Jeff Lynne, and
and he did his whole ELO thing, and it was pretty cool. But I realized I never owned an ELO record ever,
really,
but I knew all the songs.
yeah, they were played. I like Journey too, but they are overplayed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the voice of Steve Seagren. He is an artist, actor, and very funny comedian, and he has these great lists of songs we never need to hear again. I was laughing, Steve, because do you ever meet? Have you ever met Rob Brackenridge or Mike Merrifield, the comedians?
Rob, sure, I know Rob.
Okay, yeah, he lived
Mike
in LA for
Merrifield,
years.
I think I might have worked with him, but it doesn't ring a bell. The name sounds familiar though.
So they did this show for me in Marinette. Every year I do this. The local football coach asked me to find a comedian. They do a fundraiser, and I get to hang out with comedians one night a year. It's a blast. And a lot of guys that we know have come up from Chicago or Milwaukee. These two guys are both in Appleton, and they're hilarious. And Mike Merrifield did this joke where he goes, I'm in Vegas at the Sahara, wherever. He goes, there's like 9 people in our show, and then right in the same building is the huge theater, and there's everybody a line around the block to see the Michael Jackson impersonator. So here you have original comedy, or there you could go see not Michael Jackson.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
goes, and then I leave the show and there's people in line to get their picture taken with not Michael Jackson. I keep saying not Michael Jackson. Great stuff. So, all right, here's another one I wanted to say. I can't drive 55. Stop.
Oh, Sammy Hagar, right?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely. I don't need to hear that again.
I
think I might have liked it when I first heard it, but
Yeah. What'd you say, Zomers?
I didn't know that was on your list when I played it earlier in the show.
I noticed that, and I thought maybe I did share that with you. Nick in the 608 says, seriously, you can't stand Don't Worry, Be Happy? That's like saying you don't like I Shot the Sheriff by Bob Marley.
Another one for my list.
All right.
Yes, I shot the sheriff.
We've got Eric in the 608 says, Red Wine. Yes.
No, that's Neil Diamond, right?
No.
I think it was actually a Neil Diamond song that they did as a reggae thing.
Oh, I thought he remade it. So the reggae guys remade the
UB40 covered it. Yeah.
Yeah, it is originally Neil Diamond.
Oh my gosh.
Don't test me on this. I know what I'm talking about.
Listen, when it comes to annoying music, you have no place in this conversation. Chris in Sun Prairie, area code 773, though. That doesn't add up, but we'll take it, Chris. Good to have you. He says, add to the list of songs that should never be played again, I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
There you go.
And you've got...
my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Oh, man.
Here again now,
music's
actually,
not terrible.
it's not bad.
The music's not terrible. The lyrics need some work. Nick also says Steel Pulse did a great remake of Brown Eyed Girl, one of Steve's songs he never has to hear again.
I haven't heard that remake, but I'll give it a try.
He's going to sign off. And Pete, I got to run. I got to go listen.
I got to listen to Steel Pulse to Brown Eyed Girl. Sorry, man.
Nick also says, also Milkshake is absolute garbage. Is that my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard?
Yeah.
Oh, you were when we were filming some kind of joke. I could not get this song out of my head, and I kept saying it between takes. I kept saying milkshake. Yeah, I kept quoting something. Yeah. Oh no! I kept saying, "I see you, baby, checking out my." Never mind. I can't do it now.
Yeah, it's like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and I had to go to like my Urban Dictionary to find out what the heck was going on in that song. And the 920 says Fun with Dick and Jane. Okay, there you go.
Oh, I'm in that movie.
Are you really?
Yeah, small part.
Wow,
I'm in a truck and I pick up a bunch of Mexican yard workers, and Jim Carrey's in the thing. I forgot all about that one. He was a nice guy.
You should say that should be your Jim Carrey movie, right?
I know, but I forgot about it.
Pete, my favorite Jim Carrey movie is not the one I was in with him. If you can believe that.
I knew there was something. Okay, Jim Carrey. What's this? Another movie? Oh yeah, I was in that one. Yeah, I forgot.
That's hilarious. How about what's the other one I had here? Taking Care of Business, Steve. Did I say that already?
No, you said that to me earlier today. Yeah, Taking Care of Business and Working Overtime.
Working Overtime. Terrible. Money, Billy Idol. Never again.
Oh, here's one I never need to hear again ever is Bohemian Rhapsody
by Queen. Yes.
Like any part of it. So many comics used to do a audience participation bit with that song. I remember like 2 or 3 comics would do it. It's just I don't know. I just don't need to hear the song again.
I hear you. All right, Steve is going to stick with us a little bit after the news. I'm going to ask him what he's watching. He's always got great taste in TV. One I almost forgot, Steve. Stairway to Heaven.
Oh yes, well that goes without saying. That's probably the most overplayed ever, right? That one and Every Move You Make, Sting. They used to play that all the time.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? It's not a bad song. I don't care if I hear it ever again, though.
Yeah, that's fair. What about Stairway to Heaven? Like, that's one of those songs when I was a kid I listened to, and all the older kids in the neighborhood, you know, and I don't know if your neighborhood in Chicago was like this, Steve, but like when we got hot in the 70s, we still wore jeans, but we took our shirts off and tucked them in our back pocket. Like, it made no sense. One of the best things that ever happened to me when I moved to Wisconsin, I was like, oh, people wear shorts. This is awesome. But that Stairway to Heaven was on all the time, and I have no idea still.
Yeah.
So let's break this down when we come back. We're going to do the news. Steve will be here for a few more minutes. Mike Toomey coming up in hour number 3 as well. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie, folks? Let me know. We're coming right back on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me.
Oh, no!
This is 92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station, WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. In addition to the agreed drawdown of federal immigration agents in Minnesota, the Trump administration will also ensure all their federal officers have body cameras to record encounters with detainees.
What Holman talked about this morning was that some of the agents here already have body cameras, some didn't, and when he arrived, he thought that disparity was strange and that some of the agents themselves were asking for body-worn cameras. So I think you can expect those cameras to be deployed very, very quickly.
ABC's Matt Rivers in Minneapolis. Peace talks between Ukraine, Russia, and the U.S. have wrapped for the day in Abu Dhabi. Another round is set for tomorrow. ABC's Patrick Reevell.
There is a sense that more concrete things are being discussed at these talks, but fundamentally the problem is the sticking point of territory remains so large that it's very hard to see meaningful progress come out of this, or certainly any kind of breakthrough.
Russia is still demanding Ukraine give up eastern Donbas. This is ABC News. The Winter Olympics got underway with the first curling matches in Cortina, but came to a halt moments later because of a power outage. Calls are growing for the resignation of Casey Wasserman, the head of the LA Olympics Organizing Committee, whose emails appear in the Epstein files.
Wasserman, who's currently in Milan for the Winter Olympics, has been chairman of the LA 28 Olympic Committee for years now. He has apologized for his connection to convicted sex traffickers Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. That apology after it came to light that Wasserman and Maxwell exchanged emails back in 2003. Around the same time, she was involved in trafficking young women. Wasserman issued a statement saying that he traveled on the Epstein plane during a humanitarian trip to Africa in 2002 as part of a delegation with the Clinton Foundation.
ABC's Mark Cotto Robles. This year, the Puppy Bowl is going to the older dogs. Sunday's Puppy Bowl will pit Team Oldies versus Team Goldies with 150 dogs from 72 shelters across the country. I'm Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
This report brought to you by Chad's Design Build, a full-service residential remodeler providing thoughtful, sustainable, and well-built spaces since 1992. Chad'sDesignBuild.com.
Oh, this is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island, highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all. Hear voices like Arvina Martin of Emerge, Wisconsin, Dr. Stately, Robert Lilligren, and more. Because Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
A fresh perspective on the great outdoors.
What's up, everybody? My name's Joel Clayfish, and this show is all about the great outdoors of the great Midwest. I have the joy of steering the ship across every lake in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Iowa, and Illinois. This is Raised in the Woods.
Raised in the Woods with Joel Clayfish and Ellie Lawton. Find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Bucks' losing streak is over. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NBA, the Bucks snap a 5-game losing streak by beating the Chicago Bulls last night, 131-115. Kyle Kuzma, who led the team scoring with 31 points, was asked if the trade deadline that expires tomorrow has any effect on the players.
I've been in trade deadlines ever since I came in the NBA, so my experience is a lot different from others. I'm going to go home after this and go to sleep, I sleep every night. I don't really think about it too much. But when you're a younger player, it's a little bit different.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, not traded, still with the Bucks. NFL, we're at the Super Bowl here in San Francisco. Several Packers players here, including Evan Williams. I asked him if he's spoken to the new defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, yet.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much about scheme, but just getting to know him, getting the vibe from them. Getting on the phone with them is you want to build that first connection, really early.
That's Packers safety Evan Williams from the Super Bowl with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
This report brought to you by Serenity Pet Spa, with award-winning dog grooming where every pup is treated with love, care, and patience. 3 locations around Madison. SerenityPetSpaMadison.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Increasing clouds for tonight, a low close to 10 to the low teens. Scattered flurries and snow showers for tomorrow, a mostly cloudy sky. Highs 30 to 35. Scattered flurries on Friday, maybe some drizzle, high mid-30s. Right now it's 16.
Finding support for my child with ADHD felt overwhelming. I didn't know which direction to take, but Understood.org's resources helped guide me. Now I have the tools I need to keep us moving forward. Visit u.org/yourpath today. Civic Media Mornings.
I'll be honest, I don't mind public transportation. I will take it when necessary. I don't like it because I'm a germaphobe. I don't know what people have touched. I don't know who's touched things. And so family vacations always were extra special because we just walked around saying, don't lick that. Why is that in your mouth? Please don't. That's disgusting. Wow. He doesn't walk around just licking things, thankfully. But he...
Not since the restraining order. Get Jamie Martinson and Brian Noonan at your local Civic Media station. Weekdays, 6 to 8.
Listen to the Civic Media exclusive podcast, Busted Pencils.
Time to get your learning on. There's no shortage of things to be learning about. What's going across all of the cities right now with ICE protests or people in support of
About
immigration
20 seconds.
enforcement.
Hopefully Pete returns shortly. Oh, he's there.
Sorry, I'm here. Thank you for the nudge.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah.
Did I hear him say Brian Noonan? Has Brian Noonan got a show too? Oh, no kidding.
He's doing mornings.
Oh.
And they're giving it
Broadcasting live statewide from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
I love that song.
And now a guy who wanted to be in porn but didn't have the acting chops, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. It is time for hour number 3, Act 3 as we call it here, as we talk about all the things in life we love. Comedy, TV, movies, music, you name it, and, of course, the great state of Wisconsin. We had a lot of fun talking to Arthur Ursink, the creator of Wisconsin Foodie. They start their 16th season tomorrow on PBS Wisconsin, a truly outstanding show that celebrates Whole Foods, community, and just a really outstanding show. Arthur also gave us some tips for Super Bowl snacks, and they were a little better than Steve Seagram's, who is on the show right now.
I have another idea for a snack.
Lay it on me.
You know when you go to like ice cream, get ice cream, you have sprinkles?
Yeah.
You can put on your ice cream, just sprinkles. Just a bowl full of sprinkles.
Or just cones. How about sprinkles and cones, but no ice cream?
There you go. You're a genius.
Kids would love it. Kids would love it. That is Steve Seagren. He is joining us tonight here. He joined us in hour number 2 to talk about songs we never need to hear again, and we're going to continue that conversation for a few more minutes in just a moment. If you missed hours number 1 or 2 of the show, please go to civicmedia.us. You can download the podcast. All the shows are cataloged there in podcast form. And if you want to respond to our question of the night, which is, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Let us know. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app, or if you're watching the radio on the stream on YouTube, Facebook, or X, you can send us a stream comment there. We've got some stream comments and some texts we'll catch up on in just a few minutes. Right now, let's get back to our guest, Steve Seagren. So, Steve, I wanted to ask you, we talked music a little bit, but I always like your TV suggestions, too, when I see them, or you say on Facebook what you're watching. It's almost like it's a public forum. It's kind of cool. So, I have to ask you, before I ask you what you've seen, have you seen The Rip? That's that new Netflix movie.
No, I keep scrolling past it. Should I watch it?
I don't know. Here's where I'm at, and I thought it would be, I would love to know what you think after you see it. But the Affleck and Damon thing, I like Matt Damon. I think he's a very natural actor and pretty good. Love the Bourne movies, and Ben Affleck, he's always posing to me, Steve. I don't know how to say this. Like he's a good director. I like his movies, The Town, Argo, but like when he's in a movie, smoking is cool enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to like make love to the cigarette and pose with it. And I cannot get past that with him. But other than that, I kind of did like The Rip a little bit.
I'm like the opposite. I don't like Matt Damon that much.
Okay.
But Ben Affleck, I didn't like him at first, but then I saw him in that movie where he played George Reeves, this guy that played Superman.
Okay.
And he was really good in that. So I kind of liked him after that. But you're right. He does tend to act.
Yeah, which that's the job, but that's what we say, right? We don't want to see him act.
You don't want to see the craft.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I thought about some actors like I don't know. I probably shouldn't mention any names, but you could just see when they're doing it, like I'm acting. Right. Look at me.
Look at my skill set. Yeah,
acting over here.
So, what movies have you seen, Steve? What are you watching?
Let's see. Well, we got the Academy Awards coming up. I saw Weapons. I think we talked about that last time I was on the show. Weapons I really liked.
We did. And Zommers just saw it too. And we were going to talk about that earlier, but we did. But you liked it, right?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I saw it twice.
and
I thought Amy Madigan is fantastic.
Oh,
it's like it took me about a half hour before I realized it was Amy Madigan.
Same.
I
hope Kate Hudson wins, like we talked about.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I hope
yeah.
Amy Madigan wins because they were both
definitely,
outstanding.
absolutely. Well, if I might as well go ahead. I'm going to pick Sean Penn's going to win Best Supporting for One Battle After Another.
He was great.
And I bet you Michael B. Jordan is going to win for Sinners for Best Actor.
You just said everyone. I'm not hoping Sean Penn wins. He's already won. I love Delroy Lindo and Sinners too, and there's some other great performances. But Sean Penn was like,
oh geez,
took chances, and he was really good. Like I couldn't argue
really
with him.
Really good.
And Michael B. Jordan, like before I went to see Sinners, I thought, oh, this is a gimmick, whatever. It's going to be all cute. He's playing, but it was so cool.
Yeah,
Smoke
it was
and
really
Stack.
cool. Yeah.
Awesome. I hope that wins Best Picture, even though I liked One Battle After Another a little bit more as an overall movie. What they did with Sinners was spectacular. It was
I like the way they tied in music with the whole thing too. It was pretty cool. It was really cool. But the car chase in One Battle After Another is like nothing I've ever seen. It was terrific. Just the way they shot it, fantastic.
And it was funny because Leo DiCaprio stole that car that made that.
Yeah, I know.
It was so like one of those little. It's like a baseball card in the spokes or something.
But just the way they shot it, going up and down,
Yeah.
and, like a roller coaster, was really cool. But anyway, So saw that one, and then what else did I see? I saw Hamnet, which is all right.
Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's all right. It took me a while to figure out that the main character is William Shakespeare. I'm like, all right, who are you people?
Who's this?
About 40 minutes in, I'm like, oh, he's Shakespeare. Oh,
haven't
I'm an
seen it.
idiot.
I got to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then started to watch Blue Moon, but it's kind of unwatchable.
Oh, really?
And unless you want to, I mean, I like Ethan Hawke a lot.
Yeah.
But unless you want to watch him talk in a bar for 2 hours,
Hey, before I let you go, first of all, tell us where people can find your art. Steve is a tremendous artist. Last time he was here, we put some of them on the stream. But check out his work. He does great, just great stuff that is with Southern California as a backdrop, and typically. But it's great stuff. Tell us where we can see it or find it.
You can find it on my website, which is paintingsbystevesegren.com.
It's great stuff. And one of these days, Steve, when I have some walking around money, I'm going to buy one.
Okay, sure. Cool, man. I'll give you a deal.
Said you give your old pal Petey a discount, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
I give all my friends discounts. So, all right.
Buddy,
man.
This is always fun. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. And
sure. Thanks for having me, Pete.
We'll talk soon. And
say hi to Toomey for me.
Yeah, we'll do. And I'll tell you all the things off the air that I couldn't tell you on the air. Okay. Steve Segren, ladies and gentlemen. Always fun. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, so we've got. Let's catch up. So Zommers, tell us. We got to read some text, but I want to hear if you could do a quick review of weapons.
Yeah, weapons. I would say, in every movie, people say that the camera is a character. In weapons, that is very true.
Yeah.
And the way that it moves differently for each character, because for those who haven't seen weapons, it's set up in a series of vignettes. Like it'll have the first 20 minutes, or I don't know how long they are, but the first 20 minutes is from the perspective of one character, and then it's another, and then it's another. And the way, like, every character's approach to the world and how scared they are or aren't really determines like what you get to see. Is it mostly facing them and you just see what's behind them and you can't see around the corner?
Right.
Or are they, actually paying attention and facing things? And also, like you guys said, the performances are just crazy. And it's really funny too, which is unsurprising. It was directed by Zach Kreger. I found out after, who was a member of Whitest Kids You Know, a comedy troupe and show that I watched most of at way too young an age, not family friendly, but I was a big fan of it. So it makes sense that I found this movie funny as well.
Yeah, he did Barbarian too, and I don't know what made me rent that one night, but that was really good too. I want to say I liked it a little more than I liked Weapons, although Weapons had that cool run, the way the kids put their arms out, and the poster was so creepy.
The poster was very creepy.
Yeah. So check out Weapons. Amy Madigan, as our guest Steve Seagren mentioned, is nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, which is pretty cool. This is funny. Okay, I thought this was in regard to our question of the night, which is, what is your favorite Jim Carrey movie? But Scott Tom says, A Place Where Nobody Cares to Go, Xanadu. That's one of his songs he never needs to hear again. And then Scott continues with a list. He says, what does the fox say? He said he didn't wear shorts until he was 19. And I said, when I grew up in my neighborhood in Chicago, all these kids that thought they were so tough, they did not wear shorts. They would take their shirt off if it was 95 degrees and keep their jeans on and tuck the shirt into the pocket. It was insane.
Meanwhile, here in Wisconsin, if kids think they're cool, they wear shorts in winter.
That's true. But honest to God, when I moved to Wisconsin, to northern Wisconsin, I was like, oh my God, people wear shorts. That's so cool. Scott also says, and it was problematic. My kids tell me so every time I reference it, but Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the first one, probably nailed it. Also, he was pretty good in Lemony Snicket. Oh my God, I forgot about that movie. Scott also says, I heard Blue Moon was like watching a stage play, but pretty cool. I do want to see it. I've heard Ethan Hawke is really good in it. Scott says, and I was rolling in the aisles at 2 or 3 scenes during Me, Myself, and Irene, particularly when he was pulling the items out of the trunk of the car. Yeah, that is a great movie. Or not great movie, a funny movie. The set pieces in it are hilarious. Going back to the text line, Eric in Madison in the 608 says, The Truman Show. Monica, also in the 608 in Mount Horeb, says, I loved Ace Ventura, but I was inspired by how much I liked The Truman Show. Would you say Truman Show is our winner tonight, Aaron?
Oh, definitely. That's gotten so many texts.
Yeah. I really thought Dumb and Dumber was gonna kind of rule, but Truman Show is by far and away. 608 says, The Man on the Moon. Oh, that's Luke and Madison. Okay. The Man on the Moon, he was Andy Kaufman. And you know what? I'm not name-dropping here, Zommers, because you know that Lauren Holly was in my film, The Godfather of Green Bay. She told me on the set that Jim Carrey, she was married to Jim Carrey. She said he got into character by hanging out at biker bars, which is what Andy Kaufman used to do. And she said one night he brought all these bikers from a rowdy biker bar to their home, and she was up reading a book or something in their bedroom. And she goes downstairs and there's bikers everywhere. And she said it was pretty crazy. So Jim Carrey getting into the role. He is a bizarre guy too, kind of like Andy Kaufman. That was kind of a no-brainer casting him as Andy Kaufman. TJ in the 920 says, I loved Liar Liar on VHS as a kid. There are so many funny moments and quotable lines in that movie. Yes, there are. And fellow comedians and Nite Lite guests, Benvenuti Rudnick, Stephen Leo, Benvenuti Rudnick wrote Liar Liar, had great success with that film. Barb from Waukesha in the 262 says, a tie between Fun with Dick and Jane and Liar Liar. Zommers, did you think when someone put Fun with Dick and Jane earlier, they were referring to a song?
I was uncertain because, it's, I don't know. It's just a common phrase.
Yeah. I meant to address that earlier because I thought at first it was a song, but then I realized, oh, wait a minute. That was a remake, and it was a Jim Carrey movie. Thank you, Barb. Jim in Appleton says, the Ace Ventura movies were good. Dumb and Dumber is classic. My favorite is still The Mask. Another vote for The Mask. There are no right or wrong answers, folks. There are only your answers. How are we doing on time, AZ?
Got a minute.
A minute. That's not enough time, but we're going to read this anyway. Tony the Trucker in the 608 says, Pete, met Luke Zahm at a quick trip on a sunny Saturday morning. We had coffee and talked for 20 minutes. This is the host of Wisconsin Foodie, who producer Arthur Ursink was talking about, and what a great human being Luke is. He says, Tony the Trucker says, one of the best experiences I've ever had. It was like we were old friends. Great guy. Love hearing stories like that. Keep those Jim Carrey movies coming, folks. Share with us songs you never need to hear again. We're doing it all here on Nite Lite. Aaron Zommer's riding shotgun. We are coming right back on the Civic Media Radio Network with Mike Toomey.
WMDX Madison, where democracy meets dairy. You're staring at the fridge.
All right. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Oh my God, I look terrible.
Just so you know, we are live streaming right now, so we're not over the air on the radio, but we are still public.
Okay.
Millions of people right now, Mike, are seeing you.
They're watching us right now?
Yeah, and if you think, here's what you do. If you think, oh my God, I look terrible, just
Yeah,
look
I
at
do.
me.
I do.
And then
look
you
terrible.
go.
No.
It's like that.
I
It's like
do.
that.
Look at this. I look like this.
It's
terrible. What if I did a hat? Would a hat be good?
What are you talking? You got great hair. What do you got good moss. What is that?
The devil.
Oh, no, that's better. No.
Is that good?
I mean, whatever you want, it's fine. Remember that that Gary Shandling joke? I know why they hire. He said this is in the 70s, so I got to preface it by saying that he said, "I know why they hire not ugly waitresses at Stuckey's, because your food is so bad." And you go, "Waitress," when you complain, you go, "Waitress, this food is terrible," and she takes it and holds it up next to her face and goes, "How's it look now?" And he says, "Great, I'll have another."
That's funny. Yeah, I just look like really pale. Let's see here.
A lot of times when people come on the show, Mike, they take it seriously and they hit the tanning bed for a while. But
is this better?
Scott on YouTube says you're looking good.
Hi, Scott.
You know, Scott's a huge fan of Jimmy Pardo, by the way. He loves the Never Not Funny. He always sends me stuff when Jimmy mentions me in a podcast. He'll send me a link, which is kind of cool.
It's cool. How is Jimmy? That's a guy I haven't talked to in a really long time.
Yeah, I'm sorry what happened between you two.
No, nothing. There's nothing.
He's doing well. He told us last time he was here, probably a month ago, his son Oliver is doing stand-up.
All right, 15 seconds.
That's cool.
Seconds. Yeah.
Oliver Pardo?
Oliver Pardo. It's a good comedy.
All right.
I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? She said, I think I remember the
Welcome back, folks. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you here on this Wednesday night as we broadcast statewide in the beautiful state of Wisconsin, usually from downtown Green Bay, but from Christmas City, USA, Marinette, Wisconsin is where we're broadcasting from. And Aaron Zommers, the lovely and talented Aaron Zommers, is in Madison. How's it going down there, Aaron? Anything to
Going
report?
well, although a little worse now that I just listened to part of Breakfast at Tiffany's.
See, that's all right. Let's bring in our guest, because that laugh you just heard, that was one of the most genuine laughs I've ever heard from my friend, a very funny, talented comedian, and one of the hosts of the WGN Morning Show in Chicago, Mr. Mike Toomey, joins us now. Hey, buddy.
You forgot to say genuine laugher.
You have a genuine laugh.
Yes.
You know how it is? We should do that. Like, who has the worst fake laugh?
Uh-huh.
You know, because you've been around people like that try to act like they're having a better time than they are.
Yes.
So we could do a thing on that. But
Or it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
My favorite is the supportive stand-up comic in the back of the room that goes, ha ha!
Yeah. Because he wants people to know that's his laugh.
Right. And the audience isn't laughing, but I got it.
My it's like performative laughing. And my brother-in-law John went to college with a guy. He always used to say whenever the Cosby Show would come on, and then whatever the show was after it, Family Ties or Night Court or something, he would leave the dorm room, the door open, so that the whole floor could hear him laughing at the Cosby Show. So he could let everybody knew this guy likes the Cosby
It was
Show.
funny. We had a neighbor who you couldn't tell if he was laughing or crying because he would just go like, so you're like, so this is funny, or it sounded kind of like a laugh. He'd be like, I can't believe she left me. Like, is that funny? I don't know.
Mike, do you have a favorite Jim Carrey movie? Where are you at on Jim Carrey? You've been in comedy your whole adult life. Since you were 18, you were one of the first people, not first people I knew because I didn't know you then, but like you started earlier than almost anyone I've ever talked to.
Yeah, I like Dumb and Dumber a lot, but I think that's as much a Jeff Daniels movie as it is a Jim Carrey movie. The funniest scene in that whole movie is the bathroom scene with Jeff Daniels, I think. Like that brings out genuine laugh. I mean, real out loud kind of laugh. So Dumb and Dumber, I also like the Cable Guy.
Very funny. Yes,
Cable
that's
Guy.
a great, no one has mentioned that yet.
Love that.
I think my favorite moment, I mean, Jim Carrey's just funny. He's one of those people, he doesn't even need a script. If he just starts doing stuff, he's funny.
Yeah.
But when he walks into the bathroom and he's the men's room attendant and Owen Wilson walks in and has that real deadpan delivery. He just nods at Jim Carrey and goes, "Hey, stretch." Jim Carrey starts wailing out. But I would agree with you on Dumb and Dumber, except I think the scene where they're with Mike Starr, who talked about that once on this show, he's sitting between them in the shaggin' wagon, they called it, the dog truck.
The dog van, yeah.
And they're annoying the crap out of him. And he says, "Can we listen to the radio?" And they start singing Mockingbird, and he's about to kill him. I don't know, but it's such a great movie. Yeah, I'm with you. How you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm doing great. You?
I'm doing well. So how are things at the WGN Morning Show? And tell us about your show, kind of a spin-off you do that you were nice enough to ask me to be a guest on. That was so much fun. Where can people see that? Because they don't have to live in Chicago to see that.
Correct. There's I guess an offshoot or satellite of WGN TV called WGN Plus, and it's a TV app. And you can download it on Roku, Apple TV, smart TVs. And if that doesn't work for you, you can go to WGNTV.com/live when the show comes on and watch it that way as well. But it runs every Saturday morning at 10, and then we get a replay at 4 that day, and then Monday night it'll show again at 8 p.m.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you've been doing it now for a couple of years. It's a great show, great format too.
It's going well. We're having fun with it, learning stuff every week. So, it's good. We like it.
Right. That's awesome. Do you have, we're going to talk about, probably after the news, we'll get to some really bad songs. We both have songs we don't like, but do you have a song that you might like Steve Seagren and I were he said to say hi, by the way. We were just discussing songs we never need to hear again. Do you have any of those?
Well, I mean, that's the same category, right?
Yes and no, because I like the song Sweet Caroline, but I don't ever need to hear it again. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I have anything in that, because if I like it, I like hearing it. I have a playlist that I, when I go to gym or whatever, and it is 4 songs. So I listen to.
You like 4? That's a quick workout.
I only like 4.
They're all polkas. It's
and
like
one
7
of them,
minutes.
Yeah, one of them's a jingle from a commercial. No, I don't know if there's anything where I'm like, okay, that's good. I don't have to hear it again. But music to me is like comedy, where if you can look at the words and it makes sense and you like that, I like it better.
Yeah, I like that.
Because there are some pieces of comedy that are more about how things are being said than what actually is being said. I think that holds true for music as well.
That's a great point. And now all I can do is picture you walking around the gym with your headphones singing, "Be a pepper drink."
And if I'm there long enough, you'll hear me sing it again. If I'm there more than 14 minutes.
Couple extra sets today.
Yeah.
Mike Toomey is my guest. He is one of the hosts of the WGN Morning Show and a very funny stand-up comedian. We're going to talk about songs we really, truly hate, folks. Everyone has joined in when Steve was here with songs they never need to hear again. You can be part of this discussion as well. Tell us about songs you just flat out hate. And if you still want to tell us your Jim Carrey movie, that's great too. Matt in Eau Claire says, not sure about the title, but that miserable 500 Miles tune. I would walk 500 miles. Yeah. That's a great one. Thank you, Matt. And then Dave in Madison says, a big bowl of onions here for the Super Bowl snack. Oh, Mike, Steve said he would put out a snack table at the Super Bowl of the worst snacks ever just to mess with, like just a big bowl of tuna, no mayo, no crackers, or anything like that. So, all right, Mike Toomey is here, folks. We're coming right back after the news, and we're going to talk about songs we hate. This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network. Oh, that's bad. I hate the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder. Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
92.7 WMDX, keeping the capital caffeinated.
This report brought to you by Downdren's Distilling.
Yeah, Pete, when we were getting ready for the show, I sent a message to Pete and I said, looking up some of these songs is making me legitimately angry, and that's one of them. I hate
that one
song.
was so bad, I was angry. I went to break 12 seconds early because I had to hear more of it.
The Trump administration will also ensure all their federal officers have body cameras to record encounters with detainees.
What Holman talked about this morning was that some of the agents here.
Oh, and here's Scott, the Jimmy Pardo fan. Mike says, Scott in the 608, and the song starts off where Jim Carrey goes, "Mock, yeah, bird, he sticks his neck away." All right, I'll be right back, you guys.
Patrick Reevell.
There is a sense that more concrete things are being discussed at these talks, but fundamentally the problem is the sticking point of territory remains so large that it's very hard to see meaningful progress come out of this, or certainly any kind of breakthrough.
Russia is still demanding Ukraine give up eastern Donbas. This is ABC News.
The Bucks' losing streak is over. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NBA, the Bucks snap a 5-game losing streak by beating the Chicago Bulls last night, 131-115. Kyle Kuzma, who led the team scoring with 31 points, was asked if the trade deadline that expires tomorrow has any effect on the players.
Yeah, I've been in trade deadlines ever since I came in the NBA, so my experience is a lot different from others. You know, I'm going to go home after this and go to sleep, you know. I sleep every night. I don't really think about it too much, but when you're a younger player, it's a little bit different.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, not traded, still with the Bucks. NFL, we're at the Super Bowl here in San Francisco. Several Packers players here, including Evan Williams. I asked him if he's spoken to the new defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, yet.
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much about scheme, but just getting to know him, getting the vibe from them. You know, getting on the phone with them is you want to build that first connection, you know, really early.
That's Packers safety Evan Williams from the Super Bowl with sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Every studio is looking for a good franchise or brand when it comes to making movies. According to Variety, Tongle Studios will make a movie version out of one of the most archaic video games ever in Tecmo Bowl. The game was released in 1987 in arcades and then on Nintendo, and of course was state-of-the-art at the time. It was Madden before there was Madden, and yet still not Madden, as it was completely devoid of cool graphics, and basically a step above the old vibrating true-action electric football game. Not gonna lie, cannot wait to see what the plot of this film will be. Variety reports that Tongle Studios will tap into over 160,000 content creators and creative minds to develop a story around the video game. I know movie making is a collaborative effort, but that is a lot of cooks in the kitchen. If they pull this off, expect Pong the Movie as a follow-up. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nite Lite with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
This report brought to you by Sugar River Pizza. Skip cooking. Get the hot, handcrafted pizza consistently rated Best of Madison, delivered straight to your door. SugarRiverPizza.com.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Increasing clouds for tonight, a low close to 10 to the low teens. Scattered flurries and snow showers for tomorrow, a mostly cloudy sky. Highs 30 to 35. Scattered flurries on Friday, maybe some drizzle, high mid-30s. Currently, it's 19 degrees.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
Civic Media Mornings.
What we're seeing is wrong.
People have had enough. Not only did you lose your son to violence at the hands of our own government, you have to listen to his character be assassinated. I'm still at a loss. In this job, we're not supposed to be at a loss. We're supposed to have the hot take.
Got about 30 seconds. Pete, when we come in, can I say something about this song I'm about to play?
Yeah, for sure.
One of the songs I hate the most.
Gosh. Joe posted a video of himself doing Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds. 1.7 million views so far.
What? Since when? How long?
He
How long ago
posted
did he post it?
2 days ago or 3 days ago now.
Jesus.
Everything I've ever done in my life combined.
Yeah, same here.
Welcome back. This is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba. Great to have you here, folks. Tomorrow night on the show from the movie Song Sung Blue, Hudson Hensley will be here. And we're doing the popcorn pick of the week with Shannon Simon of Cedar Crest Ice Cream and film critic Devika Gurish. Hope you can join me then. Right now, we are back with Mike Toomey and Aaron Zomers. I need some clarification. What song was that, sir?
That was Something Just Like This by the Chainsmokers and Coldplay. And you could switch it out with any other Chainsmokers song because they've written one song. It goes dum bum 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 in every single one with a slightly different melody and a different singer, and they're all awful. And I hate it. And they never should have been popular. It infuriates me every time I heard one of those on the radio when this band was big because they wrote one song and then made gajillions of dollars, and the one song is garbage.
You were so thrilled when I picked this category tonight. Just so you
because I could yell about the Chainsmokers on the radio.
Brian in the 920 says, "Aha, Take on Me. Hate the song because the video scares me." Oh, I still love that video.
Yeah, it's that weird cartoony kind of.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
But at the time, it was so different and weird and cool. John in Madison in the 608 says, I'm sorry, I've got part one here. He says, "Hey, Peter and Aaron, voting for Dumb and Dumber. Jim and Jeff were both so darn great. Comedy classic in my book. Also, he is amazing in eternal sunshine of the spotless mind." Good taste. Thank you, John. Mike Toomey is here, folks. He is one of the morning hosts of the WGN Morning Show and a very funny comedian. We're about to talk about songs we hate. Mike.
Yes.
Is there a song that you wish was like never even created because it's that bad?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll start with number one. I think, I'm going to check, see, I don't get struck by lightning here, but I think The Little Drummer Boy is not just the worst holiday song, but the worst song ever. First off, where are his parents, during this whole thing? It's the middle of the night, presumably. It's always dark. And he's just playing it's just odd. Where are his parents? Two,
following the star through the desert by himself in the dark.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's valid.
How old is this kid? Would your parents let you do that?
But is it the song itself?
Okay,
that you have issue with, or the fact
that part?
Yeah,
that's just, you get the feeling that's just like a placeholder. Like they're writing the song and they're on a roll. What do we put in that one? We'll just say something there and we'll get back to it. And then they finish the song and they're like, we never put anything in the. What did we say? Brum, 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 brum. And they just used it. It's like that song by Spandau Ballet where the guy goes, "Why do I find it hard to write the next line?" Like, he put that in there while he was writing the song and never went back. And then when he recorded it, he just like, nah, that's fine.
That's hilarious. I always thought he was referring to their story.
Why do I find? Yeah, he's like when he was
right.
writing the song. I can't think. Where do I find? We'll put it in there and then we'll fix it.
And then they kind of do the same thing you just said. They go ba 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 ba. They could just let the music play.
Right.
What about the Bing Crosby, David Bowie, Little Drummer Boy? Does that raise the level or lower it?
It raises it. Maybe it raises a little bit, but the part that isn't the original part is fine, I guess.
Okay.
For me personally, it doesn't raise up Little Drummer Boy so much as it brings down my esteem of those two.
Right. It's the banter is so bad too when they're talking. How are you doing, David? Oh, good, Bing. How are you? And then he's, I'm going crazy. Well, I think everybody is these days. Like,
yeah.
What is that? Okay.
Pretty little thing, isn't it?
I cut you off, Mike. Sorry, you were on a roll.
I said, pretty little thing, isn't it?
What is that?
That doesn't Bing Crosby say that during the song? Pretty little number or something like that. I don't know.
That was so bad when men used to refer to women as numbers. Oh, she's a cute little number.
A cute little
like,
number.
A number? What?
Yeah.
How did that ever start?
I don't know.
All right, so we got Little Drummer Boy.
I'm going to say, okay, two of my songs that I think are ridiculous both take place in Georgia. Okay.
I love this.
One of them is The Night That the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Okay, this story goes, guy comes back from being out of town, and he finds out that everybody is kind of fooling around with his wife. And the guy that's telling him, he gets really mad, and the guy goes, whoa, hold it. Because to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's how he cools him down. Hey, listen, it's not just everybody else. It's me, too. So that guy gets killed, right? And when he finds him dead on the floor of his home, the Georgia Patrol was making their rounds. So you know what he did? He fired a shot just to flag him down. Dead guy, shot on your floor. I better get the police over here. So I'm going to start shooting this, pick up this gun and start shooting it so that they'll come and take care of this. And now he's holding the gun that he just fired on the guy's dead. That's the worst piece of songwriting maybe ever.
So he's the voice of reason telling his friend that all these guys have been with his wife, but
Including
it's okay.
himself.
I've
Hey,
been
Liz,
with her too.
Tell you the truth, I've been with her myself.
What do you think the point of that line was?
He was just cooling him down, saying, look, it's not just a couple guys. It's everybody. So, relax.
And his friend obviously isn't too bright because he'd be like, oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Yeah, okay.
I get it.
I get you.
I never knew. I had no idea what that song was about, Mike. I had no idea.
But Vicki Lawrence, who's singing the song, no spoiler alert, she was the one who killed Andy. He killed her.
Oh my gosh! And you know what? Spoiler alert.
Whatever.
How old is that song?
It's 1974 or something like that.
People have had enough time.
Stuck with me. It's stuck in my craw, Pete. Here's the other one from Georgia. Devil Went Down to Georgia. I happen to like the song. I think it's cool. But in this song, we learn that the devil has integrity.
Oh, really?
Because, well, come on. He bets, I'll bet a fiddle of gold against your soul that says I'm better than you. And he says to the kid, I bet you didn't know, but I'm a fiddle player too. Like, in case he didn't know that the devil was gifted with the violin. He's telling him, the devil.
Wow.
Okay. So he bets the fiddle of gold against his soul. And this Johnny clearly defeats the devil. The devil bowed his head because he knew that he'd been beaten. He laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. So, why wouldn't the devil just go, screw you, I'm not giving you the fiddle, and the devil?
I'm going to smite you.
Why would the devil, so that means there's people in the world worse than the devil. Right. Because not everybody would give him the fiddle that he promised. You get what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a deep dive. Hey, Aaron, we have some of that song, don't we?
The Devil Went Down to Georgia?
Yeah.
And I don't dislike the song.
Yeah, you're right. This part's great.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear some lyrics.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sewing on a fiddle and playing it hot, and the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now you played pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, cause I think I'm better than you. The boy said, my name's Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet and you're gonna regret, cause I'm the best as ever been. Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard, cause hell's broke loose in Georgia and the devil...
When the devil loses, he sets up the contest, he loses, and then he makes good on it.
Yeah, that is kind
That's
of weird.
what the devil would do.
And at the beginning, he says, "Go
there
ahead,
are people
Simon."
who are worse than the devil, and I think Johnny is one of them. And he's super. He's certainly committing the sin of I can't think. Like he's overzealous. He's full of himself. It's pride. He's like,
Right.
I'm the best there's ever been.
Right.
And then the devil says early on, and I'm way behind. In what?
He was in a bind. He was way behind. He had to catch up on souls.
Oh,
Like he
okay.
collects souls. He was
That
falling
actually-
behind. He was doing other stuff.
And he says, "Make a deal." Like you're right. The devil would make a deal. He would just.
He might offer you a deal and then say, "I'm not honoring it. I'm the devil."
And he wouldn't challenge anybody to a fiddle off if he knew he was. Yeah, that's
right.
All right, excellent use of our geography, Mike, with the Georgia.
Yes.
Dual Georgia tunes. I did notice that.
How about this? Are you a fan of David Gates and bread?
I didn't know David Gates. I know Bread, certainly, yeah.
David Gates is a lead singer of
Okay.
Bread. And like so many groups, he branched off and just was David Gates. He did a song called Diary, okay?
Okay.
And this chode in this story starts with, I found her diary underneath the tree and started reading about me. First, she leaves it under a tree for whatever reason. Yeah, if you don't want your diary, I'm just going to leave it here under this tree, hoping that it doesn't rain, if nothing else. And the guy says, well, I guess I'll just read some chapters about me. And he picks it up. Now, in the course of reading her diary, he says, the words that she'd written took me by surprise. I'd never read them in her eyes. So in other words, she's saying all this great stuff about me, but I can't see that when I look at her. Well, gee, maybe she's not writing about you. And it turns out at the end of the story, she's not. She's not reading about him. Idiot.
Do you have any of that, Zommers?
I found her diary underneath the tree.
Okay.
Wow.
And started reading about me. The words she'd written took me by surprise. You'd never read them in her eyes. They said that she had found the love she'd waited for.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it.
Okay. You wouldn't show it because it's not for you.
That's kind of heartbreaking.
Idiot. Yeah, but he's a jerk. He picks up the diary and starts reading it. Granted, you don't leave it under a tree, but that's just so weird.
Yeah, it's like where
I'll see what I'm going to start reading about me in this diary.
Where did I leave my diary? That's out by the tree.
I think I saw one out under a tree. Is that one yours? Yeah,
that's your
mine.
diary.
Mine is the one that. Yeah, I think I left it under the tree.
Oh, that's funny. All right, that's 4.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Pina Colada song, Rupert Holmes. Okay. This is just a song about a guy who wants to cheat on his wife. That's the whole song. And he's looking for the listener to think, yeah, that sounds good. You know, he puts an ad in the paper.
For a girl?
Personal ad. And someone answers the ad and they set up a meeting. Let's meet at this bar. And he's waiting. And the person who walks into the bar is his wife. And the lyrics follow. And we laughed for a moment when they both discovered they were going to cheat on. And she said, and he said, oh, it's you.
That's in the song?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I don't think I ever listened to lyrics like when I was a kid. I just thought that was a catchy tune.
Mm-hmm.
So both people, it's like a sting operation. It's not a sting operation.
And I said, oh, it's you. we were just going to cheat on each other. That is the funniest moment. I never knew that you liked all that stuff that you said in the ad. Terrible.
You know, you have to like pretend that you knew it was her at that point. Gotcha. Right?
It's stupid. But they both like all these things in the chorus.
Right, we are coming right back. We'll have a couple more minutes with our pal Mike Toomey. We're talking about songs we hate. And I've got a great one. I don't know if Mike will see this coming, but we're coming right back on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga.
77 square miles surrounded by reality, and
Hey,
we
Aaron.
cover all of it.
Yeah.
This is
I just asked you to pull something,
WMDX
but I don't want Mike to know
Madison.
what it is.
Okay. Do you want to come in with it?
Yeah, sure. Rick,
What is it? Just tell me. Just say it.
No, it's going to be
Pete, just say it. What is it? Say it.
Hey, is Rick still on the line, Aaron? This is one of those songs, Mike. I mean, I love it when people respond, but I'm not even going to get to all the texts. Like it's.
Yes, we still have Rick.
Oh, okay. We could take the call, but you know what? I'm trying to think if we should do the song first or take a quick call.
Do you know what other song I hate, but I won't talk about it on the air?
What?
Pharrell Williams' "Happy."
Oh, I had that on my list.
I agree.
Oh, it sucks so bad. What is it? The words don't even make sense.
Right.
What's a room without, like, there's a room that doesn't have a roof on it. Like, does the rest of the house have the roof?
A room
Like, a room would have a ceiling, and then the roof is over the whole house. Like, this house is for sale, but there's one thing about one of the rooms doesn't have a roof. But if you feel like one of those rooms, you should clap along.
Or
Do you
there's another
know-
one.
Oh, go ahead, Eric.
What was it? I can't. On a very similar line. All the songs about raising your hands up. Like the one that's I can make your hands clap. I hate that song. It's like, no, you can't. I will never clap along that song just by principle. You can't tell me what to
Because
do.
you said that, yeah.
But if I'm, like, stronger than you, like you were holding them together really hard, and I'm like pulling them apart, and then I let go. I've done it. I've made your hands clap.
It is possible.
Remember the Dennis Miller joke when he said, you know, the people that dance with their hands and they move their hands all over the place, like, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough. Hey, pal, ain't no dance floor wide enough.
Oh my God. Every once in a while when I listen to those stand-up channels on satellite, he pops up, and it is funny. He
was so funny.
He works hard. Every word counts.
Yeah. Scott, I could read this too, but Zommers, let's come back, not with that song. Let's take the call, and then I'll play like a minute of the song for Mike, and I'll let him comment before we wrap it up.
Sounds good.
Do I know this one, or is it?
You know it. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's a Toomey Schwaba classic.
Okay.
It's the Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues
I know what it is.
families care about.
The song?
Yeah.
Of course you do. And we can share the story, too.
Yeah. Kind of.
20 seconds.
Kid, where are your parents?
Where's his parents? I was excommunicated during the commercial break.
This is Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. That, of course, is the little drummer boy. Mike Toomey is my guest. He is one of the hosts of the WGN Morning Show in Chicago and a very funny comedian. We're talking about songs we hate. And in Mike's case, nobody breaks a song down better than him or does a deep dive into it. We have a phone call. Rick from Waukesha is on the line. He wants to share a song, too. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Hey, Pete. You reminded me of, they had this thing called the One Hit Wonders.
Oh, sure.
And I think it was this one. I was in grade school, and my brother was in high school, and he was performing with a group that was doing quite well. And he took me. It was $1 to get in this gym.
Yeah.
And Question Mark and the Mysterians. It
That was
had
the
a
name of the
song.
band?
No, that was the band.
Yeah.
That was the name of
Okay.
the group.
That was
Gotcha.
the band. And the song was I Cried 96 Tears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And in the hour and a little more of the performance, they sang 3 songs. And one was I Cried 96 Tears. They took 3 breaks, and they played the song before the break, and then when they come back,
Yeah.
they opened the performance with the song. I mean, of over an hour of that song, and it was like played a lot on the radio, and I don't know if they disappeared in the nowhere land or whatever happened to them. But it was Question Mark and the Mysterians, and they left you with a lot of questions.
Somebody took him out behind the school and beat him senseless for playing the same song over and over. Rick, thank you very much for the call tonight, buddy.
I think the Riddler produced a lot of their music.
The
Riddler.
As
All
played
right,
by
Mike.
Jim Carrey in Batman Forever.
Yes.
Yes.
Full
We've
circle.
got another text from Matt in Eau Claire says, making love in my Chevy van. At the end of the tune, he boots her out of the van in the middle of a dirt road with no shoes. Sheesh.
And that was all right with him.
That's all right. That's a terrible song. All right, here's my song that's funny. Mike and I used to work the road doing stand-up together, and sometimes these songs would come on and we'd crack up. Aaron, play that one that I picked out for Mike.
Come back again.
Sing if you want, Mike.
I want you to stay next time.
See, this is all fine.
Is it though?
It's okay.
Sometimes the world ain't kind.
Okay.
When people get lost like you and me. I just made a friend.
You're my friend, Mike. That's why I
Yeah.
like when this song came out. We were friends.
From out of this world.
Friend is someone you need.
All right, that's good. Zara. Okay, so Mike, tell us your favorite line in the whole song.
Home's the most excellent place of all.
So bad.
Home is the most excellent place of all.
It's so mailed in.
Anywhere.
Most excellent place? Like, is this Wayne's World, or were you being lazy? Like, I cannot stand that. Like, last night we did this thing with the Dr. Pepper, the old Be a Pepper commercial. And then the new one where a woman, supposedly, it's unverified, but got paid $2 million for the song Dr. Pepper, baby. And then that's it. And then the lyric after it is, it's nice and good. It's nice and good. I was furious. I'm like, are you serious? That's the worst jingle I've ever heard. Like, I like the beginning, but I hate lazy songwriting. And Neil Diamond did it in Heartlight. Home's the most excellent place.
All right, how about this one?
Okay.
On the same note. Kenny Rogers, She Believes in Me. Do you remember that one part of this song? I think we were in like a store and it was like playing overhead, and all of a sudden neither of us were talking.
Yes.
In that one part. And what does Kenny say there?
God, our love is true.
Isn't that the best? God, our love is true.
But one time we were in a store and that song was on, and we heard it, and we were in separate aisles, and I'm cracking up. I'm like, oh, where's Mike? And I turned the aisle, and you turned in the aisle right as he said that song, and we both said, God, our love is true, with Kenny. It was one of the most serendipitous, fun moments of my life. That was so great. Hey, this was fun, Mike. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking the time
this was a ton of fun.
Yeah, we'll keep working on that list too. But you need to get some rest. You got to get up bright and early, right?
I'll be asleep in 8 minutes.
Okay. With visions of Heartlight in your soul. I'm sure.
I'll sing that song to myself as I'm falling asleep.
Bed's the most.
Actually, bed is the most excellent place, but it's in my home, so technically that is still.
They both work. Thank you, buddy. We'll talk soon.
All right, see ya.
All right, Mike
Thanks,
Toomey,
Pete.
ladies and gentlemen. You got it. So we heard a lot of bad music tonight, Summers.
Yeah, we heard a lot of bad music.
Do I need to apologize?
No.
Okay.
You know, we're still. I feel like the average radio station probably plays.
Right.
a
They
lot of
play
bad
these
music.
songs. Exactly. How are we doing on text? Did we get through our text line for the most part? I could probably squeeze
I believe
a couple
so.
in.
Yeah.
I think we have to go Nick and Marshall, Bruce Almighty, Liar, Liar, and the Grinch. Okay. And then we've got Matt in Eau Claire says, hey, Pete, not a feature-length film, but Fire Marshal Bill never disappoints, the famous Jim Carrey skit. He says, Achy Breaky Heart is one of his songs. Freebird, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. I forgot about that one. Anything by Garth Brooks, to quote the great Chris Christopherson, the guy did for country music what Pantyhose did for finger sandwiches. Did I just read something inappropriate, Sommers? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. I don't understand it either.
It makes me... Finger sandwiches is just funny, though. He says, I didn't have service for the sweetheart candy question, but you be kitty and another that say, me peep. If we didn't get to your text, we'll read them again tomorrow night, folks. My thanks to Aaron Zommers. Tune in tomorrow night. Hudson Henley will be here from Song Song Blue. Thank you to Steve Seeger and Mike Toomey and Arthur Ursink. Thanks for all your texts and calls. Always a fun time here at Nite Lite. Thank you, Zommers. I will see you tomorrow night, my friend. Good night, Wisconsin.
Hopefully with some better music.
That's a bad one, too. Closing.
Comes from some other beginning's end.